And Uslog, were you scribe last week?
Yes.
So it says you're gonna scribe. Well, it's your turn to scribe
Yeah.
this week. I don't know
Yeah.
if you were
Yeah. I
trading
picked
with.
up for. I picked up for Hohenheim, I think, last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Uh,
busy.
and yeah, are you okay scribing this week as well?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just finish my account of the battle. Continue where we left off. Yeah,
All
no
right.
worries. Yeah. I probably will not do it right away because I've got to work at 6 o'clock tomorrow. But I'll get around to it.
Oh, well, you got
Anyway.
the whole week, so it doesn't have to be
Yeah.
right away. Uh, Chomsky, you're on quartermaster duty for this group.
Cool.
How many is that? No. Yes, we could just switch over at the end of the month. If people want to.
Yeah, that's easy enough.
Alright, so Malin, as the previous scribe, do you want to give us a quick recap of last time?
No, slug?
Or,
Oh
wait.
yeah.
Uslog.
Yeah. That's me.
Why do I have that
Yeah.
as Malin? I must not have changed it. Alright, Uslog.
All right. So, the party's in the cave of the Trollkin shamans. We're attempting to halt the ritual that they've been using to create everlasting ones, frost giants with troll-like regeneration. We'd gone in the day before, but encountered a large number of trolls. Kind of exhausted ourselves, and decided to take a rest. So this is the next day. We've made some preparations, including telepathic bond, getting some potions ready. And then we kind of just marched right back in. Once inside, we encountered some more venom trolls and 2 shamans. We don't know if they were the same ones as before. But this time, Uslog made it her mission to go after them first, so they didn't get away, and left the others to deal with the trolls. She kind of figured the Warforged were a little bit better suited to fighting the poison trolls anyway. But the shamans tried to paralyze Uslog a few times, but she was able to resist. They didn't like that, so they ran. Once she caught up with them, she dropped her javelin, her precious javelin of returning, and used her greatsword on them. The Trollkin shamans, being greedy, tried to make off with her javelin, which she didn't like. She managed to stop the first one with her sentinel attack, but the other picked it up and escaped into a tunnel. But the rest of the party had pretty much finished off the trolls at that point and were able to run in after her. Arapella managed to stop the other one from melting into stone, allowing Melon to finish that one off. After we got the javelin back, which was easy enough once we caught up to the shaman, we continued further into the cave. As we walked, Malin asked Glenn for a song about cooking. Glenn played a tune that involved meatloaf, I guess, because that's what Malin used to taunt, to call a taunt into the cave. Apparently directed at the demon we had until this point called the Sire of Insanity. He's now known as Meatloaf, all caps, apparently. Shortly after, Malin and Uslog spotted an area of magical darkness, and sensing danger, we chugged some potions. After that, we heard some laughter from all the corners of the chamber, which was obscured by more magical darkness. Before we could investigate with the Gem of Seeing, which Chomsky suggested, a troll king with many arms burst from the ground and initiated combat with a flurry of razor-sharp claws that I think caught Uslog, Malin, and Glenn in its area. When Uslog moved in, she saw around the corner that Meatloaf was hanging out. She let everyone know that he had arrived. And shortly after, we were joined by the shadowy void giantess that we had seen outside the cave the night before. She made her presence known by casting a sleet storm over pretty much our entire back line, missing only Uslag and Malin. She also managed to stun Chomsky with a look, and shortly after that, we were joined by another spirit troll. So things were looking a little rough to start. Another meatloaf appeared from the shadows and was soon revealed to be an illusion. And not before Hohenheim unfortunately wasted a couple spells on it, I believe. The real Meatloaf stepped in, suggested that Malin go home. Malin announced he had to go find where his home was and turned to leave. And things were looking pretty bad, but started to look up once Glenn put the Void Giantess to sleep with a lullaby from Saturn. Malin was not able to shake off the effect for a while until Arapel slapped him with some mind-restoring magic of some sort, and he dove back into the fray. Around this time, Chomsky finally shook off his stun effect, but was looking pretty wounded, I believe. Hohenheim was tired of all their tricks and cast a mental prison on Meatloaf and the Troll King. And as it stands now, I'm pretty sure the Troll King's dead, thanks to like the mental prison damage, and Malin, and a few hits from Uslag, I believe. I think she helped out there. The Void Giantess has just been woken up by Meatloaf. But he did have to take a lot of damage breaking out of the mental prison to do so. I think that's where we are. The Spirit Troll's still there, I think.
Just about.
Well,
Do we have anyone for... I was going to just put Hohenheim in the background, because I don't think he asked if anyone was going to play him.
Yeah.
So
I think that's fine.
we'll just poof him out. He'll be okay as long as there's no TPK.
As long as you promise we'll be okay.
If there's a TPK, he dies with you. Them's the rules. No escaping death by not
our
being
last
here.
survivor to tell our tale.
Nope, he goes down with the ship.
I love that.
Only if you are actually here and turn invisible and escape or something, then you can get away.
Wow.
But
Giving us ideas.
yeah. But in any case, it is the 85th of winter at 8:45 a.m. as the assault on the troll lair continues. So I believe we were leaving off, or we had left off, and it was Uslog's turn. So, Uslog, what do you want to do?
Okay, she's just gonna charge right in. She's finally free of this Troll King, so she doesn't like Meatloaf's shenanigans.
Alright, so you rush up towards the demon.
Wait for me!
Yes. With her bonus action, she is going to unleash a battle cry as well.
Alright.
That looks like Zealous Presence.
Alright.
Yes. I like to imagine that there's some sort of like almost like dark raven-like creatures that kind of flit around the enemies to make it kind of easier for you guys to hit. I don't know. That's how I picture it. But she's going to just make some attacks against Meatloaf, slice him up for dinner.
Alright, you rush up to the Sire of Insanity attacking.
Yes. 21.
21 will strike with the first attack.
Okay. That's the thing. Parry and
So
range.
that's
Oh wait, no. Yeah.
so the cold is resisted, but everything else is normal. So 25 on that first hit.
Okay. 26.
The 26 would strike as well.
nice.
Doing 17. Now wait, are you raging?
Yes.
Alright, so 20. Which would
Yeah,
wound him.
There's definitely nothing that. Yeah.
Ah. He is looking wounded. Anything else?
That is Uslog's turn.
Alright,
Guys.
so the spirit troll is going to ground at all of you. He's going to step here. And I think he's going to go for Glenn. Because Glenn looks the least armored.
No.
You took out Carl. That's not cool.
Yeah, Carl
Forgot about
got
that.
smacked.
Is Carl the
Oh,
only
those
guy
are my
who
notes.
can do force damage on him?
I'm not sure. Oh, good call. I don't think he was hit with force damage. So he does get some regeneration.
Me, my big mouth.
Yeah, keep me honest.
I don't know if any of us have force damage.
That
Alright.
was Carl's job.
Yeah, so Glenn, he would claw but miss with the first attack. Claw and miss with the second. But I think 22 is going to hit you. Doing 18 psychic and a wisdom save.
Did I ever hit the that guy?
I don't think so. At least I don't have him marked like I usually do if you had hit him. Plus he was pretty high in health, so I don't think anyone hit him.
Yep, that's fair. Okay.
Do we have Glenn?
Yeah, you hear me?
I hear you now.
Oh, okay.
So 18 psychic and a wisdom save.
For Glenn?
Can I use my inspiration?
You can. So you're gonna do the once per rest. Or wait, are you using inspiration or a story point?
Yeah, inspiration.
All right. So yeah, go ahead.
I'm inspired.
So wisdom save. Oh no. So you would be stuck.
What's the... Oh, 15.
I want to double flash genius him. Wait, how much is your
yeah.
flash genius?
You can't stack flashes.
Damn it.
Yeah, anything of the same name you can't. They just overlap. You can't stack them.
That is gonna stop my eye bite, and that's gonna wake up the...
Well, she was awakened, but yeah, she was worried about
Oh, yeah,
being
she
put
was
to sleep again.
Yep.
So yeah,
I'm gonna put her to sleep again.
that is gonna interrupt the concentration as Glenn is stunned. Alright, so that is it for the spirit troll. As the battle takes a turn. Glenn. Oh, do we lose someone? Glenn just left. He's like, screw this.
No, he's
Screw you guys, I'm out of here. This is bullshit! Just like you hear the keyboard break in the background.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Oh, I can now. Have you been?
Okay. I was trying to react to that hit against
Oh.
Glenn.
What were you gonna
Yeah,
do?
Cool.
I wanted to take the damage on
Uh,
that third hit. Is it too late?
so... could you link the ability that you're trying to use?
Mm-hmm. Let me find it. I think it's this one. Because it means that the other effects don't transfer.
So that means he would still be stunned.
Oh,
Yeah, because it doesn't
When you
transfer
get
the
it-
effect to you.
but he didn't get damaged, so. Okay, sorry. When I've used that before, the like there was extra effects that just didn't happen to anyone. So I guess that's how.
I think well, reading it now, it says it doesn't transfer any effects that might accompany the damage, which I would assume means the effects stay on the original target.
Oh, okay. Sorry. That's You did it differently previously, so I misunderstood.
Alright.
I'll still take that damage.
Alright, so you would take the 15, but it would still stun him. So yeah, you can give yourself back the 15, Glenn. And Glenn, for your turn, you, I guess, just make the wisdom save at the end of your turn.
Which I think
Yeah.
you did.
I did.
Oh, 15, yeah. So that would make it, breaking you out of the stun. And that is it for Glenn. Malin.
Yeah, I'm gonna just take off after the meatloaf. I'm sorry, I
Alright.
love you all, but I'm very. I'll take the
That-
oppie.
That's what.
Spirit Troll, yeah, is gonna try to oppie you with a bite.
Try and fail.
Nope.
25 will just barely miss you.
Oh, he does. That's insane.
Like I do the scorpion. Get over here! I run over to him. To him. All right. Yeah, I have advantage because Uslog's thing, right?
Yes.
All right. It's time to get active. Let's go.
Alright, so you punch him with the first hit.
We're absolutely expending a third level smite on this. So this plus the 2d4 from the chromatic infusion plus the
What's the damage type on the chromatic?
fire.
Alright, that
I'll
unfortunately
resist
does not hurt him.
Oh, he's just immune to fire. Okay.
Well, let me double check that. Alright, no, it's resisted. Alright, so 2, 22, 30 on that.
Okay, I was also applying my max level smite on that. So how much do I do per a third level does? First level is 2d8, 48, so crit.
Well,
88?
it's 10d8 because it's outsider.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Anyways, another 40 radiant damage.
Alright, so 70. Yeah. That would put him to
Alright.
badly wounded.
That was only my first punch. Anyways,
Let's go.
no, that misses probably.
No, 20's gonna hit him.
Okay.
Phew. Doing half that. 6 and 2, 8.
And then the
Oh, wait. I just realized that first punch was thunder too, wasn't it?
yes.
Oh, that's thunder and lightning. Ooh, okay. Hang on. I
Yeah.
didn't half
Not
that.
very, very friendly.
So he didn't take all of that, so he gains back 14 on that for the first hit. But yeah, this one he took 8 and then
Oh,
1. Alright. Got it. It's all sorted.
Is he still badly wounded or?
Yeah, he's still badly wounded from those.
Oh damn. Okay. Anyways, next punch.
Yeah, that would punch him a third time.
Why am I getting such low rolls? All right.
Alright, so he takes another 8 points of damage.
And I'll apply a first level smite on that. So that should be a 3d8, right?
Yeah, 3d8.
So that's 14 radiant damage.
14 damage. Alright, anything else?
My last punch.
Yes, 21 would strike.
Oh, and don't forget your infusion.
That's right. So
How many
additional.
hits was that?
I didn't count the infusion. So that 3 was the second punch's fire infusion. So the 3 gets halved, and then I'll do a 2d4 for the last 2 punches, and then. So it would be
3, 6, 9, 12 damage. Okay. Anything else?
No, I just like roar really loudly.
Alright, Gnome.
I think I'm gonna look at Arapel and ask her, or ask them if they can protect us for a minute. Not a minute, just 6 seconds.
I will
But-
try. I will endeavor to do so.
I'll scoot back here and chug a greater healing potion.
Alright, you chug a greater healing.
44 plus 4. See if I did that right. Oh,
15. All right.
and I will shed a tear, knowing that Carl's down.
Oh,
Pour one out
But
for
I'll
Carl.
also, yeah, I'll also let them know. I think I have something that can take care of the regen. I just need help.
Is it psychic? Or no, it's force. It's force we need.
Force.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything.
It's okay. That's why the gods made Chill Touch. But that's my turn.
All right. The Void Giant goes.
Oh no.
What is she gonna do? She's got so many spells still.
no.
That's why I hate playing spellcasters. Well, I like playing them when I'm a player, not when I control them for the bad guys.
have to juggle.
Alright, so I think the smartest thing to do here... Wait, no, that's the Sire of Insanity spell list. Sorry, give me one moment. Alright, she's going to look at Malin and that devastating bunch of hits he just did and kind of smile and say, yeah, he looks useful. And she is gonna
Counterspell.
begin chanting.
Counterspell level 4.
You are already used your
Yeah.
reaction.
Oh fudge! You're
Does,
right.
Okay, he has advantage
Hohenheim?
on saving throws.
That's true. He does. Yeah.
Let's hope that's enough.
Oh, does he have advantage on saving throws?
He
Yes,
does. Yeah.
because of
Because of the war
Zell's
cry?
presence.
Yeah. Because of the. Yeah.
Alright. So... Where is it? So yeah, she casts Dominate.
Oh.
And she says, serve me. Ignore that DC, it's incorrect. The DC is 18.
Oh.
But you do have advantage, thanks to Uslog's roar.
Do you have any inspiration or like a
Sorry, my
Oh.
back.
bardic
My bad.
inspiration?
You
What
got
happened?
dominated.
Oh, I got dominated?
Yeah, you need to do a wisdom save.
At advantage.
Oh.
Ooh,
With advantage, 18 would make it.
Oh,
So you managed to
Just
fight
barely.
off her influence.
Wow.
She
Well,
Well,
curses.
I still have the Flash of Genius also. That gives a little wiggle room.
Oh,
Let's
yeah,
go.
11 would have
I'm-
failed.
I'm too excited. I'm like, God, come here. You're not.
Alright, well, Sire of Insanity goes. Or wait, no, that was his clone. Oh yeah, well, he's next anyway. So...
Backed against the corner, nowhere left to run.
Oh, he's not running. He's got a plan.
I bet he does. Oh no, don't do that. I don't like that.
We don't like your plan.
I see the
yeah.
line going in.
No, that arrow is not cool. Don't do that arrow.
We have decided to reject your plan.
Alright, he's
We
gonna
voted on it.
step over here, moving past you two.
Oh no.
Don't you dare.
And he is now gonna start chanting. Casting something.
Ah,
Oh no.
oh no. Yeah. Oh no, it's right.
So he casts Mass Suggestion. Wow, wow, wow.
Oh no.
Oh no. And now, let's see. He says, all of you need to go home.
Everyone again needs to go home. This is crazy.
So, everyone, yeah, don't go home.
Yeah.
Give me wisdom saves, everyone.
Everyone's
advantage
at
still.
advantage. Yeah.
Yeah, luckily you are still all at advantage.
Except for
Oh.
Usagi.
Yes, let's
Oh,
go.
That does not matter for
Let's go.
Chomsky.
Oh, Chomsky's done for. He's like, all right, bye bye.
It's like
Yeah.
It's like, sure,
Oh,
that sounds great.
I would love to have tea
Oh,
there.
nice. Okay.
alright, so I think only Chomsky was affected. What about
I'm about to send you home.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh,
Glenn.
Glenn.
Glenn's good too.
yeah, luckily Glenn had advantage. Alright. So that is it for him. Arapel.
Okay.
Can you slap him out of it?
Well-
Am I charmed? Does that mean? Or is that...
Yeah, I
it's
believe
fine.
so. It's a charm effect.
Well, I would have to step away and take an oppie and miss out on Uslug's roar.
You do you.
So I
think I'll
might
be good.
just
Can't you go in the
start-
corner?
Yeah. Oh, that's true. I could, but I still. I think it's
You can move back and forth, right?
yeah. I'm gonna swing at this guy while we have the roar up.
Alright. So you are at
Twice.
advantage.
And it's all attacks too, not just
Oh.
melee.
Ooh, let's
Oh.
go.
This is gonna be a level 3 smite at least.
Alright, so you
That-
smite him.
Then
Oh, wait.
18 and not undead. Wait, what's the why does the smite have +5 on it?
it is strength. Oh, it's adding strength. Should that not be on there?
No, not for a smite.
I don't. Yeah, I didn't know if it was in there. Okay, so let's see. 5d8 plus. Yeah, I don't know how that got. And then 1d8. Just okay. That's what, yeah. So take the 5 off. So just 25 radiant.
All
Oh
right.
wait, but I get to roll the smite twice though, don't I?
Yeah. What level did you smite at?
4.
Okay.
And so take 5 off that one as well, and I'll fix the macro for next time.
So. Alright.
Math.
54.
All the maths. Get out of there, string.
70 something. All right.
Basically, he's dead.
Oh no,
That's
he's
what I heard.
wounded, but he's
No,
not dead.
Not
Ah.
dead.
All right. Anything else, Arapel?
Yes, lots more. Okay, second swing.
Nope.
Oh man. It's a
Or
good
actually,
one, but the
17 would hit him. Yeah.
okay, let's do a level 2 smite.
So
And the 5 is gone now, so you can use the 14.
30. Okay.
And let me subtract that spell slot. And then I'm going to a bonus action mass healing word.
Yes.
But I think I'm going to move. Let me check here. Oops. I was trying to measure, not move.
All right. So she is actually going to counterspell that.
No.
Okay.
Sure.
At what level? Because I was going to cast level 4.
She's going to do third, so she would have to do a caster check. Let's see.
What? How do we figure the DC?
It's 14 for
10
her.
plus,
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, because it's 10 plus the spell
10
level.
plus
Yeah, that,
yeah.
yeah, gotcha.
No.
Oh, yeah. So he
Wow.
would counter you. That was a good roll
That's
for her.
sick.
Oh.
And-
Ugh.
okay. All right. So that that spell slot fizzle fizzle. Okay, and yeah, I think that's all I got.
All right, so new round Uslog.
Okay. All right. Well, the echoes of the battle cry will fade away. But
Beep,
she's
beep,
going
beep, beep.
to sort of go to like a reckless frenzy and attack Meatloaf at reckless or at advantage. Sorry.
All right,
Reckless.
you reckless attack. Yeah, that will strike with the first one for 10 points.
Rage and fury.
So
And
another
the rage.
11. It's 3. Okay, 24.
Okay.
Ooh, second will
12
miss.
and 12. That
Damn.
sucks.
All right, anything else?
I'm going to stay right here for now.
All right, so the spiritual goes. He's gonna regenerate a little. I think he's gonna turn to Arapel and attack her because he did not like that smite. So claws you 24. I believe is gonna hit you.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. I don't have money. That armor class is incorrect. It's not counting money. I think I'm 23. I think it was 24 when I had that shield infusion, but I don't have that anymore. So I think that hits. I think my armor class. I don't know why it's showing 14.
Yeah, I assumed you were still 22.
That seems off.
But yeah, you would get struck for 22 psychic.
Okay.
Second claw. Oh, that's gonna miss. And a bite on the multi. Oh, 24 will hit you again. Doing 9 psychic and a wisdom save.
Wisdom. Okay. Let's see here.
Hey, did you just add 9 hit points?
Did I?
I just saw your health go up by 9.
Okay. I might have. Thank you for catching that. Is that right? No, that went up. I need to
Yeah,
subtract
you need
it
to
again.
subtract another 9.
Yep. There we go.
Alright, so Arapel's looking wounded.
Wisdom.
And she does make the save, resisting the stun. Glenn.
Alright, let's see. Yeah. That's purple. This troll thing is annoying. Spirit roll, which is not here. I got a good, just thinking. Okay. I am going to put my staff at the Void Ogre. I'm gonna throw my little loot, and I'm going. She's gonna grab my hand. I'm going to cast telekinesis on her.
On the troll?
On the whatever this thing is, the Void Ogre, I think. Her name is.
Okay. So she has to make a strength check?
Yes.
What's the DC on that?
It's combated versus my charisma check.
19.
So she's got to be a 20.
Alright, so strength. So now she is gonna.
Chomsky apply Flash Genius on that.
It'd
is
be
a
it would be
check,
too
or-
late at this point. It would have
Okay.
had to have been declared already. But no, I don't think you can do it that way anyway.
Subtract things.
Well, I think
Well,
you
we
meant
have to put
add
it
to
on blinds.
charisma.
I wish. I wish.
Maybe. But yeah, he's also, I think, charmed to go home right now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Chomsky's got it.
He's
out of
like,
here.
I gotta go. Carl's down. I gotta go fix him. Alright, so
Just
anything
leaves him.
else, Glenn? And you're concentrating on this now, right?
Yeah, and then I will. It's a bonus action. I'm gonna give inspiration to. Go to Uslog.
Alright, Bardic Inspiration on Uslog. Malin.
We're whacking away at this guy. It's time to put him down.
Alright, punching him.
Not quite.
Oh, he'll dodge that one.
Can I
That's dangerous.
use my inspiration to reroll that attack?
No, you have to call it before you roll.
Ah,
It
okay.
gives you
Alright.
advantage. So if you'd called it before the roll, you could have taken the 21, but yeah, at this point it's too late.
Can I call for the next one?
Yeah. So if you want to use your inspiration, you make an inspired second punch. Wow.
Good thing I did.
Good use.
Good.
Yeah, 28 will strike him.
Nice.
Doing
And I'm
10?
applying
yeah.
my first level spine on that,
12.
so that's a 3d8. Yeah. Additional 8 radiant damage.
So another 8 or 2d8. Oh wait, no, 3d8 because yeah, he's a demon.
Jeez, what a horrible roll.
He goes
Was
down.
enough.
Oh, that was enough?
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I go
Get
rip
her.
his head off, or is it like, can I do it? How do I do this, or am I not allowed?
Sure, you can jump on him and punch his head off or something.
Yeah, rip his head off. Do big King Kong style on it, like pounding the chest and everything.
All right. So yeah, you jump on him, taking him down.
And can I let me see. I don't know if this is gonna burn the action, but I'm gonna whatever at this point. I'm gonna look at the void giant and holding his head, and look at her and say, "Hey, I think you should surrender now." In Abyssal.
Strangely, she doesn't seem too phased by that. She just goes, huh. Anything else, Malin?
Can I go up and use my other 2 punches on her?
Wasn't that your second punch?
Well, I have 4.
Yeah, if you want to run up, even though you were kind of ripping the head off that guy, we can say you do that.
Okay. But she's not levitated right now, right?
No, she resisted that.
Let's change that.
That would hit her, punching her with the third hit. Does she have any resistance? Okay, so now she would take that full damage. So 18.
Yep.
Anything
And
else?
That'd be
Last
19.
punch. Yeah, 19.
Last punch, yep. Yeah, that would punch as well.
Plus 13 is insane.
Can
I love
No, that's fine.
Well, he's got the potion effect going right now.
Yeah. That's insane.
You need to roll damage on that.
Oh, my bad.
So 23. All right. Still looking pretty solid.
And if it matters, she has taken fire damage this round.
Oh, she's not a troll.
Oh, she's not?
No.
He has
For
an
some reason-
Aggregon ritual.
Oh, that's right. She's a giant. Okay, sorry. She's green, so I was thinking troll.
All right, gnome.
Have to go on a
I
walk,
think-
bro.
I have to run away, right?
You have to go home. Time to go.
Actually, I think you're okay because that breaks the concentration.
Oh, that's right.
So yeah, you don't have to leave at this point.
Oh, that's awesome. Then
I got you.
super appreciate that. I'm gonna
I always take care of
turn
my homies.
around and try to throw chill touch on this guy and fail.
Yep, I was gonna miss him. Alright. The Void Giant. Well,
I think I'm gonna scoot back a little bit, but that is just that. Cool. Now I'm done. Sorry.
alright, that's fine. So she is going to... She's gonna... Oh, you didn't levitate her. So she is going to move up 10, 20, 30 feet to here. And she is gonna cast a spell magic. She's gonna counter your counter spell.
At least we're using it for spell slots.
Yeah. So she dispels your haste.
Oh,
Well, that's not the only thing
that
she's gonna
hurts.
dispel. That's gonna. That's all
That
my
hurts.
items get dispelled also.
No, I think it.
It doesn't affect your items, but
Oh,
Makes
okay,
it
no, that's just.
incapacitated for a round, doesn't it?
oh, it does. It well, hang on.
Just haste.
It
Yeah,
would
haste is gonna go.
it would do. I think it's just your spells, but let me double check.
No, I was thinking of what's the anti-magic anti?
Yeah, no,
Matter
it's not
field,
anti-magic field.
Yeah, no, that would just that'd be the spell. Yep.
Do you have any other spells, or is it just haste?
Just haste.
You know what? Never mind. She'll leave you your haste. She is gonna cast something
I'm
else.
insulted. I'm absolutely insulted.
So she
She
points.
take the haste.
She points her finger at you and she says, "Well, if you wouldn't serve me, then I have no use of you." And she casts Disintegrate.
Oh,
And she still countered me first, right?
Yeah, she would have countered your counter attempt.
oh.
Okay, time to make the next saving throw, guys. This is not gonna end well.
Do you have advantage by chance that you can use?
I burned it on the nat one.
Ooh.
The inspiration.
All right.
All right. All right. Deep breath.
Oh no!
No, I flash a genius. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, I flash a genius. That's okay.
All right. So you are gonna flash of genius, which I believe would be enough with the 18. You gain plus what? 4?
3.
Oh, that puts you just at 18. Yeah, that would just
Oh
be
my
enough. All right.
That's what's gonna be so bad.
So yeah, you are not disintegrated, and she sighs. That's it for her.
Wait. So the damage. Don't I take the damage though, or?
No, its saver sucks, so it's either you take it all or you take nothing.
Oh my god.
If you take it all, it's
Yeah,
like
but it would have killed you. Well, it would have
Instantly.
super killed you because you would have disintegrated. All right. So she sighs. She says, "Stand still. I'll try that again." And she gets ready to cast it again. Sire of Insanity's dead. So new round is gonna be. Or wait, sorry, Arapel. You're at the bottom of the round.
I was like, what do you mean new round? Okay. Yeah, I think I gotta keep wailing on this guy, but I'm gonna step. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm gonna step down 1 square, and I believe I'm still within 60 feet of my people, but I'm 65 feet from her, and do that mass. again.
All right, attempt to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope, that's not the one. This one.
You are still within 60, just FYI.
Really?
Yeah. You'd have to exit his threat to do it. Because from this corner, you're still within 60 feet of her.
Didn't she burn her reaction on counterspell already?
She did, but her turn passed. Oh, wait, no, she counted on her
No,
turn. No, you're right. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
she
right.
did.
So yeah, okay. All right. So let me. Why is the macro stop working since the last time I used it? Stupid macro,
updated.
like worked 5 minutes ago, but now is not working.
Oh.
Okay. Well. All right. So it's 1d4 plus. Four.
Alright, so you spread healing energies
Oh my lord.
for 4 health to everyone within 60 feet.
I can flash genius that, can I?
No.
I don't
So,
think so.
I think that's everyone.
I'm
You're
not
all.
sure, but I don't think so.
You
All
do a little poof of healing.
5. And then
You said?
Yeah, so you all gain
Yeah.
5.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just a little. I mean,
Okay.
if he gets disintegrated for 76 again, that might be.
Wait. So is it a one-hit kill instantly, or I just have to take that much damage?
If it puts you to 0, you are very
You're
dead.
done.
Oh, okay.
Like, you
okay,
need
well-
special resurrection to bring you back to, because your
Oh, I
body
could
is
have tanked
poofed.
that. I mean, I would have been like near absolute, like within like single digits death, but I still had enough.
Yeah, with the
don't say that
temp
too loud.
HP.
Yeah.
Alright, anything else, Arapel? Oh, you're
I
swinging.
swang.
Yeah, 24 will strike. The first hit.
I'll do a level 2 smite.
Alright, for 17 plus 3d8s. So 13, that's 30. Putting him to near death. 17, yeah, that's going to strike again.
Last
Or-
level 2.
17 plus 7, 24. So he goes down. So
Nice.
2 attacks.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna begin moving 5, 10, 20, 30. Brought us out a little bit, maybe. That's all I got.
All right. Uslog.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go reckless again
Blah, 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 blah.
and move into a flank as well.
Oh, guys, you guys would have had the +4 on all your saves, Glenn and
I just realized
and
that.
Chomsky this whole
Yeah.
session. Like, they're built into my macro already, but you guys have to remember the +4 when you're in my aura. Anyway, go ahead, Uslug, I'm sorry.
No, she would dodge that one.
Okay.
Huh.
28.
Yeah, 28 is going to hit her with the second attack. For 18, 22, 32. All right. Hurt a little.
Unfortunately, that's all I've got for this turn.
All right, so you take your 2 swings, ending your turn. The Spirit Troll is going to get back up.
Oh, poop! No, wait, because, Chomsky missed. Ah, darn it, now he's gonna hurt. Okay.
Glenn, do you have a weapon out? Are you threatening him?
No.
All right, so he's going to walk up to Arapel and do some
Bring it.
multi-attacking.
Take the Oppie with the loot.
Very punk rock. Where are you going? Smash! Breaks the loot over him. That's metal. All right, claw attack. 19 would miss on the first one. 25 will land though.
Yeah,
Clawing you for 11 psychic.
okay.
And a bite attack. I will dodge that one. Glenn.
Okay, so she has used her reaction already.
Yeah, she does not have a counter spell right now. You still have your telekinesis going.
Okay, so uh,
I don't know if you have any more to do about it.
Oh, I forgot I had Bardic. I could have maybe hit. Damn it.
No. You want to survive
that?
You want to survive the disintegration. She decides to, for some
so
reason.
she has been casting spells every turn and not attacking. Then, right?
Yeah.
So far, yeah, she hasn't actually tried to swing at anyone.
Okay.
Alright.
Then I am gonna try and put a stop to that.
Nice.
Alright, he is going to play an unsettling tune on the Void Ogre.
Alright,
Bonus action.
so minus a d8 to a save.
And then he is going to play a very loud, erratic chord. He's going to cast Psychic Lance on her.
Nice.
Alright, so you attack with Psychic Lance, which is going to be an int save.
Yes.
And that's, go ahead, roll a d8 minus from the saving throw.
Please get the 8, please. We need that max. Okay.
Oh no!
A D8 or a D10?
I've contaminated
It
everyone
was
now.
D10.
It's a 10 at my level, yeah.
Alright, well,
One in this thing.
see
Contaminated
how
everyone.
she does.
What was
Oh.
the for?
For minus to her save. So
God
she
damn.
would make the save with a 21.
Close.
And how much is it? Half damage? Yeah, half
Yeah.
damage,
Look
76.
at that roll too. Oh my lord.
Right? Right?
So she's
Um,
not incapacitated, but yeah.
The dice are not in
Yeah,
our favor
okay,
at the moment.
Nope.
Does she lose intelligence if I smack her head against the wall a couple times?
Not by raw, but
Really cool.
yeah, I'll do it.
House rules?
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to
she
sleep.
has she has a concussion. I mean, she's like a 15-foot tall woman. You're like a little chihuahua to her. I'm not sure how you're gonna smack her head into the wall.
I'm only like almost half. I'm not
Punching her in the
actually-
shin. She's like, "Ow! Stop that!" It's like kicking
I'm
you.
like no, I'm like at 7 feet at this point. Like, you
All
know,
right, so you're like, you're like up to her knee, or not her knee, but like her waist, maybe. All right, so anything else? Well, how much damage does she take, Glenn? Is that 10? All right, 10 psychic. How does she feel about psychic? I don't think she's immune. No, she just takes 10 damage. She
That'll be it.
grabs at her head a bit. Malin.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Oh, yeah, 31 will punch her for 16. Plus 3, 19. She's going to shield, or no, she's not, because she used her reaction. So 16 will miss her anyway. But she does take, or you have a third attack, right?
I have 2 more still.
Yeah. 19 will hit her. Pew. So 19, 20, okay. And 27 will punch her as well. For another 20. Alright.
You know what I think happened? I've actually rolled quite a few 4s on the chromatic infusion, so I think that's what took it away from Glenn, where he got the 1s instead of the.
Stealing the mojo. All right, so you punch her in the leg a bunch, as she is not too happy about that. Gnome.
Oh,
Ill. She's not.
I'm going to shoot out here to get a line of sight on this one and try to hit it with the chill touch again.
All right, another chill touch.
my
16. Yeah, that's just gonna miss.
Do we have any flashes?
Yeah, shoot.
He can't
I'm
flash
sorry.
himself.
Yeah.
Oh, he can't flash himself. I
Well,
didn't know that.
I don't think.
Or wait,
flashes only work
Yeah, you
on
can, but it's not
saving
on
throws.
attacks.
yeah, it's not for attacks.
Oh,
It's
gotcha.
saving throws and skills, I believe.
Abilities. Okay.
All right,
I'll scoot there, and that's my turn.
scoot
friends.
over. Carl's down. All right, her turn. She says the master is not gonna like this.
Introduce me to him. I'm sure he's gonna love me.
So she is actually going to give you an Oppie, Malin, as she moves away. 5. That's 10 feet. Yeah, 24 is going to hit her. 20, and that would wound her.
24.
24. 15. 25. 30. She's going to move up and over here, and she's going to start chanting.
Where you're going?
I think I'll use my. This is my very last spell slot, level 3.
Alright. Yeah, she's going to allow you to try to counter. You have to make a caster check, though.
Okay. And that's D20 plus my charisma. Is that right?
Plus your wisdom. Or wait.
My wisdom?
Sorry, yeah, your charisma. Paladin is charisma caster, I believe.
All right. So that's
Can
plus
I,
4.
Nice.
Alright, so you will counter that. She sighs. She says, alright, I surrender then. Ending her turn. Yeah, so are you going to accept her surrender, or are you going to keep fighting?
Yeah.
Yeah, to which one?
Yeah.
Surrender
Yeah,
or
I'll
fighting?
to surrender. I did tell her to surrender.
Like an insight check? Is she serious? I mean, does
I mean, she doesn't have any weapons to put down, but
okay.
she stops her attacks. She says, you are a peculiar bunch.
Is it a condition of your surrender that we not finish this one off?
Oh, she didn't say that. You can do it. Like, he's still trying to kill you.
I'm
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him anyway, so yeah. So she's done. New round, Arapel.
Yeah, I will put this thing down again, even though I cannot do any force damage. I will try to put him down again.
Spirit Troll
Maybe
just
it'll be
single-handedly
easier for-
kills the whole party while she's waiting for the surrender.
I'm just hopefully put him down
yeah.
so that Chomsky can hit him.
19, that will put him down.
Alright, I'll stand here and watch what happens.
Alright.
Yeah, go ahead. Yes, fine.
He just pops back up.
That's what
Right, I forgot he goes after me.
He's like,
Shit.
just jumps right back up. Oh, well, he just swings a bunch but misses.
Whip, whip.
Glenn, what are you gonna do? See, the Spirit Troll is still regenerating.
I mean, my turn got skipped, but it would have been
Oh,
at my turn there wouldn't have been any threat. So
alright. So, yeah, what are you gonna do, Slog? Yeah, I guess you're not involved in the troll thing. Maybe you didn't see it.
yeah, I would just lower my weapons and say, all right then, let's talk.
Alright, well, Glenn, what are you gonna do?
Glenn looks a little annoyed, but he, thankfully, for his ability to steal or borrow magic from other casters, he does have one trick up his sleeve for these type of trolls he's been saving, but it's very not very fanciful or colorful, so he's not been wanting to do it, but it's just pure
It's just not
damage.
nearly cool
and,
enough.
Yeah, it's boring. It's just pure. It's just there.
You're gonna magic missile it.
No, even more boring.
Eldritch Blast.
He's going to play a quick tune, and from his sit turn shoots out.
No.
What level are we? 14. Yeah. So. Pew.
Alright, so a bunch of blasts go flying. 2 of them would hit the troll. Uh-oh. No, the troll is still alive. But he did take force damage.
Yeah.
And he'll end his turn, and he'll just sighs.
Alright, Malin.
I look at the troll, like, can you give me one second? I just run over to that troll and just like clobber him to the side.
Alright. Just come in from off screen and punch him in the face.
Smack him and then come back.
Alright, so that would end the battle.
Where were we?
What do you all want to do?
I roll like I take the sire's head, roll at her feet, and say, "Who are you?"
Also, give us all your items.
She would say, my name is Vutakora, a void mistress of the Shadow Lords. You probably know my master, or at least he knows of you. Did you say give all your items? She doesn't really seem like she has any items.
Void Mistress of the Shadow Lords?
She did, yes. She says, I serve Malik, who I believe you are all familiar with.
Indeed. Uslog's hand really is itching to grab her weapon right now.
Can you
But she's-
Yeah. How about you drop your weapons and everything, and then we can talk.
She just kind
name
of,
in chat?
she just sort of holds her hands out and smile as you realize she has no weapons.
Components pouch, belt.
She says, my belt is holding up my dress. But I can, I suppose, drop my components pouch, even though I don't use one to summon magic.
And
Alright.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Sorry.
So as for her name... Yeah, I can put it in chat. So she says, obviously, you have successfully killed this useless demon that was not nearly as vicious as we thought he would be. So, what is my fate?
Well, you join the winning side here.
She says winning side.
Death.
What makes
Why
you
are
think
you-
you were on the winning side? And what exactly are you all trying to do besides oppose the Shadow Lord? Do you have a reason that you are standing against his actions?
To bring balance back to Gaia.
She says it's very
protect
vague.
The people of Gaia.
He told me about you, you know. He said he even tried to have a discussion with you at one point. He's looking to stop the cataclysms. If anything, I think that action would bring Gaia more into balance than anything you're planning to do.
Not the way he's going about it.
Yeah, but at what cost?
Does it matter? How many die because of the fires? So if a couple of farmers are killed in some ritual to save millions,
Would you say the
He couldn't
same
change
if
our mind,
the
neither could you.
would you say the same if the victims of his experiments were your friends and family or you yourself?
she says, I have lost my tribe. I don't really have anyone left to care about. So it's not really a
Would you-
good.
You would
a
you
good
would
question
volunteer
for
to be
me.
one of his victims then?
If I knew it would help to bring about the end to the cataclysms, then yes, I would.
Well,
But-
if his victims all volunteered as you do, then we would not oppose him. But none of them have that opportunity.
You see, that's why you serve him, and that's why there's a certain type of being and beast that serves him. I've noticed. They've all been people and beings who've lost their tribes, have lost something. So, you may have nothing left to live for, but that's not the same for everyone.
We have all lost, but not all of us choose to serve evil as a result of that loss. Uslag lost her tribe, and yet she fights for the lives of many that she does not know, innocents and victims.
This is my lives, your lives. They're all a flash in the pan compared to the lives of a Shadow Lord and our future descendants who will have to deal with the cataclysm long after we're all dead. It's as if I must lose my life and others must lose their lives to secure the future. I will always happily make that sacrifice and force others to. But regardless, or go ahead.
Yeah, so why are we using, big, the demons from the depths on the underworld?
Our link to the void, the Shadow Lord's link to the void, has made him some interesting allies. Powerful, though sometimes unpredictable. He says demons are just one of the possible creatures that he can bring to his side for what he wants to do.
Who's to say there's not another path to stopping the cataclysms, one that doesn't involve such sacrifice?
Give me a persuasion check.
Alright, let's see.
There is much knowledge that has been lost from previous cycles and may, in some cases, be recoverable.
He
Let me
almost
tell you
critted.
about this
Wow.
room temperature superconductor.
Flash of genius that. Flash of genius that. Let's crank it up to 39.
So she'll say, well, if you have an answer to the cataclysm that many empires have failed to answer, I'm all ears. But the only one I've heard that might be effective so far is the Shadow Lord's answer to it, which is to explore the city of Nightweather and figure out what's causing them.
But why does that require such sacrifice?
Yeah,
How big of a sacrifice are we
last
talking
empire
here?
that allied with the Shadow Lords fell to ruins, and yet the Shadow Lords still exist. So why would we trust them? But they've betrayed us in the past.
They've betrayed everyone they've worked with if it became convenient to them. In fact, Malik marched into Issyk with
But
an
I
army
don't.
that he abandoned immediately.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
I-
this is not a. Who are you to question why we are against the Shadow Lords? Are you someone important?
Are you above questioning? And no, I'm no one of great importance, though my power does make me useful to the whims of the Shadow Lords.
Did you come from the Shadowfell?
She says, no.
You're native here.
I am actually from Gaia, and yes. And to answer your question, why would the Shadow Lord not betray you? She says, you are Zation. You have a blessed heritage. It's one of the reasons why the Shadow Lord did not take hold of you and turn you into his thrall when he first encountered you all.
Sorry, is it just me or are you cutting out?
Yeah, he's cutting out a little bit.
Oh,
and
did I cut
can't
out?
see
Yeah,
any of
I'm,
this.
I'm getting it too. Yeah.
Alright, so she says, you are all Zation. You have a heritage that is special beyond what I or many of the other people of Gaian have. The Shadow Lord needs your power to help him see his vision realized. That is why he would not betray you.
We were implying that
That-
he would. We were implying that he will absolutely betray you if it is convenient to him.
Says possibly, but if it brings about the end of the cataclysm, as I said, I'm willing to give my life for that cause.
Do we know that's the actual ultimate cause of his?
You asking her or them?
In general, I say that out loud.
Oh, okay.
Most
How is
likely,
She
it
doesn't
is a
answer.
side most likely, it is a side effect of other aims to gather more power himself.
How is he going to bring about the end of the cataclysm specifically? Do you know?
Now remind me, are you human, Glenn?
I am half off.
Alright, so she kind of looks to Uslag and looks to you, and she says, humanity's arrival in Gaian is what started the cataclysms. He wishes to investigate the first city to find an answer as to why they began. And as for does he have a set, or does he have a concrete way of stopping them? Well, no, not yet. He hasn't even seen what's causing the problem. One must get to
What-
night weather before they can even
What
look
does-
into that.
What does that entail? I mean, you say that to. I mean, and that sounds like a logical train of thought if humanity brought on the cataclysm, then one would explore their first city. But what does that entail finding it? Why does that require such sacrifice and just ill manner from the Shadow Lord? Where is this city?
So she looked to
Only
Uslag
accessed by soul gems.
and nods when you say that. She says, "You saw the portal. In fact, I believe your people still guard the gate that goes to Nightweather, and you know the power that gate requires to open."
If
That's the answer to your question as to why he needs the life force he does.
we have for some time now been on a mission to gather information that has been lost for centuries and have made some headway towards that, could not possibly the if the Shadow Lord put as much effort towards recovering how to make arcane crystals, recovering that lost knowledge instead of murdering thousands to make these alternate soul crystals that are a paltry power source compared to the original arcane crystal. Don't you think he might have made headway in that if he had been so focused on that as he has been on his current plan?
He searched for the arcane crystals, as well as the rest of the followers of the Red Wizard. They were not able to uncover more than a few, and this is not enough energy to activate the gateway.
I'm still losing a lot of syllables. Is everyone else?
Yeah.
Alright. She says, they attempted to get the crystals. The Order of the Red Wizard has searched for the arcane crystals for many, many cycles, only able to recover a few. They don't have enough power from the arcane crystals to open the gateway. And there is no record of how the original arcane crystals were created. Else they would go that route. It would probably be easier. Well, maybe.
But even after all the loss of life, he still does not have enough soul crystals to enter the city?
She says, unfortunately, no. It's going to take a lot more. There's not much energy that can be harvested from humanoids, and He's yet to find an alternate source, having experimented with demons, devils, and other outsiders, and failing. So,
Hmm.
How many more does he need?
how many more dead people? She says, I don't know how many they need. I know they seek soul crystals as well, those that they had already created, or that others had created. She says, but what about you? What are you doing in these mountains? This is pretty far away from the last place your people were spotted, which was the Shadowfell. What brings you here?
Do powerful souls turn into soul gems easier?
Give me an insight check as you ask her that.
All right.
So he, or she kind of looks at Uslog and she says he was unsuccessful in his attempt to power a soul gem with a Zatain force,
Yes.
as
Would have
this one
wiped
can
out the
tell you.
entire
Okay.
city.
Because
If
that's
if I remember correctly, Hohenheim put up the telepathic bond when we came back into this
Oh, just
town just before our fight, right?
yeah, and just really quickly, Glenn, you get the impression that from the way she looked at Uslag that maybe he had attempted to take the life force of Uslag and her people.
okay. Because that's actually honestly what I was gonna get at it. He was wondering if Azatian would easily more create a cure. Okay, interesting.
I will say via the telepathic bond, I do not believe that we should reveal our aim in these mountains. That's all.
Yeah, I believe. Well, do we have the list of extended effects going? Oh, yeah, telepathic bond, 9 a.m. Or wait,
Yeah, we
is
cast
it
it
only an
like right
hour?
when we.
He said he was going to cast it every hour, and we came into the he did it when we came into the cave and we came straight back here.
Okay, is it 10 yet?
Yeah.
Let's
There's only.
see. No,
Because
it's
I don't
not.
know if he updates that sheet every hour or not.
Yeah, I don't think you've been in here an hour, so we'll say it's still going. That's fine.
Cool.
Still early.
And I would carefully not say anything. Even via the bond, I'm being vague because I don't know who might be able to listen in.
She says the your group has changed much since your encounter with him at the underground of Issyk. She kind of looks at Uslag again. She says, "Are these
Yes.
people
And
more
you say most of
Azatian?"
them are Zatian? Like she gestures to Glenn and Malin especially because they
Well,
have known
she asks
on
you.
previous.
She says, "Are these also Zatian who you have brought into the fold to serve you?"
I honestly have no idea what a Zatian is. So enlighten me.
She says, "Well, I know you and your people were. He was able to sense that
Yes.
about you. I don't have that sort of magic, so I can't
Yes.
sense
I know
such
that's what
things."
I know it connects us to the Shadow Lord somehow, and I just don't know how.
She says, "Well, in any case, as I said, I've surrendered, so what is the next step? Will you bring me in for justice before the frost giants, or does some other fate await me?"
What do you think we should do?
What's the interest here? You know, we were sent here because evil rituals were taking giants and turning them into evil things.
She says, "I was sent here to look into the attacks on this place. I had no idea it was you or your group."
Attacks by who?
Says, "By you and your group."
Have we been here that long?
Well, yeah, you attacked them and didn't kill them.
Yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah,
we
our
slept the night,
attacks
yeah.
were our attacks though were in response to the increased giant activity and attacks in this area against
Yeah.
human and dwarven settlements and caravans.
Give me an insight check. Anyone who wants. You might know something. Glenn, give me an intelligence check.
Oh, all right.
Remember if Eric was
So you think that the corruption of these giants might have something to do with making more soul crystals?
Glenn thinks for a second. He's kind of putting a couple things together in his mind, and he suddenly a light bulb goes off. This is a way. This whole thing, this whole frost giant debacle with them eating trolls and becoming more powerful. This is a way for the Shadow Lord to try and make more crystals, isn't it?
Give me a persuasion. So she looks at you for a moment as if, like, making some mental calculations and says, as you may have seen from the research at the Alcavian labs, the Shadow Lord had found that demons made fairly powerful shadow crystals, but their essence was too chaotic. From that discovery, they had learned that more powerful things with a lot of life force were good for creating soul crystals. The minions of Vabrak and their insane amounts of regeneration just seemed like the next logical step if demons weren't a way to get the energy that they needed. So yes, you are correct. They were going to slowly infect all of the giants, and then the Shadow Lords were going to come and harvest them.
Why introduce the giants? Were the trolls not enough, or do the giants
She says
have more essence?
the trolls were quite were quite full of life force, but giants have quite a bit more. And the combination of regeneration as well as the insane amounts of constitution that the mountain giants have, they were hoping for an even larger yield.
He sighs and he turns around to the rest of the party and
Plus, no one, or at least empires, wouldn't be as concerned about a few giant tribes going missing. She says, in fact, if you don't say anything and just let this continue, maybe we'll get our key to night weather with just the cost of a few giant tribes.
well, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I mean, would the loss of some frost giant tribes really be so great compared to what he's planning, what the Shadow Lord's potentially
you
planning to
saying
do
this
to
out
human
loud?
civilizations?
Are
Oh,
you
yeah.
saying this out loud to the group?
Yeah. You know, he's saying this to the group.
He did say he was playing devil's advocate.
I was starting to think, I'm like, okay, guys, I'm still trying from big, bear hug, group huddle.
Are you gonna go and try to talk in private or something?
Well, I
Like,
didn't know.
you-
I didn't
Oh yeah,
know
you
if
do
he
have the
said-
mind link, so you
Yeah, I
can.
didn't know if he was saying it via the bond, is why I asked. Yeah.
I think he did say that out loud, though. Yeah, he was
okay,
kind of.
we do have some, flamey boys that, it's okay if they go missing.
Are you saying this via bond or out loud?
Bond.
Okay, so this is.
Within the bond, I would say I can't believe we're thinking about, or anybody's bringing up the discussion of Elon with the Shadow Lords.
Wait. Look, I mean, we were gonna go, big sparky boom in like Ding Dong Tower. And this is like I'm horrible at being cryptic, or Mal's really horrible at being cryptic, so this is how he's gonna try to be it. And he's like, and what was gonna happen? I mean, we were gonna go and go, I do like a throat gesture around my throat, like cut their heads off type gesture. Like we were gonna do that anyways, so I mean,
The frost giants have allied with us. And
I'm not talking about Frost,
place-
the Smoky Boys.
I'm
Who's the smoky? Oh, the fire giants.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the frost giants haven't been attacking the settlements and stuff, except those that have been corrupted.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah, actually, she hasn't said anything about corrupting the fire giants, because as far as you know, they don't participate in those rituals to Vabrak.
yeah.
This
So
seems to just affect the frost giant tribes.
Arapel would say, regardless of whether or not the targets may be evil, if the targets were the fire giants, and maybe ones that we were going to fight anyway, I do not condone assisting the Shadow Lord with his experiments and his power gaining.
We're
And that's
not,
all
just
via
gonna
the
save.
bond.
It's gonna save lives, you know.
well, I'm not talking about. You know, like I said, it's just. I think this is something that should be discussed. I'm not talking about assisting or allying with the Shadow Lord. I'm just saying that we're not. I don't feel like we're going to be able to fight and win every single front and experimentation that the Shadow Lord is doing. I feel like if we put our. This is something to where humanity in general is not going to care about the losses in frost giant tribes, and if we could focus our efforts maybe somewhere else where he's actually killing, you know, human like people, and maybe put a stop to that, I
The
think that would
giants
be a
are
better
people
use of our
too.
effort.
The frost giants
Uh,
are people too.
Really quick, was that in or outside the psychic connection?
I'm talking. Yeah, at this point, Glenn's talking outside the
Glenn.
site connection
Okay.
because it's just at this point, like Glenn's already said it, and it's super weird to all of a sudden everybody just look at each other and not talk out loud. Like, it's
Yeah,
just,
wait. Time out. Wait. Can I ask her? Does it have to be frost giants?
He says, I don't know. I just know where the children of Shadow have sent me to help the Shadow Lords in his in their work.
Within the psychic connection, I would say they gave us an easy solution. All we have to do is figure out how to make arcane crystals. It's rather simple. We don't need them, and we should not be.
Well, yeah, it
Hold
may
up,
not
hold up.
be as simple as that, but I do believe that it is worth investigating. Additionally, I absolutely will not accompany the party on any, or join the party in
Beep boop.
allowing this to continue. Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah.
We were going to that place, you know, Ding Dong place. Why were we were going there anyways, right?
Did you say that out? Are you out loud again?
Psychic.
No, it's only Glenn who's been out loud. I think most of the
Right,
other
like you-
people have been psychic.
Yes, we're going to
Which
that
does
place.
look weird, but she is a prisoner, so what's she gonna say?
Yes, we're going to that place, and we're hoping to find knowledge of a certain sort, and we may find other knowledge, such as how to create arcane crystals. Maybe we don't know.
Oh, you know, I mean, like, you know, well, it's good. You know, we have a lot of smoky boys to go through, and a really big smoky dude, flying dude to go through. You know, maybe they help out. You know, it's a little risky, but you know, you got to take some risk in life. You know,
The enemy
maybe
of
it
my
helps us out.
enemy is not my friend.
I'm just saying that we go and maybe go to the fire giants and not continue to risk our lives for the ice giants, and then just leave them to their fate with whatever happens. We're not assisting the Shadow Lord. We're simply reprioritizing.
We're turning a
well-
blind eye to his evil against
were-
an innocent tribe of people, whether they are human people or giant people.
Well, no,
How
I'm talking
innocent
about
are
the fire
they?
giants specifically. Like, if we were going to slaughter them anyways, then what's the point?
No, but if we're just gonna, you said to leave. We're not assisting. We're just leaving them to what they were already doing, which is going. Part of that plan is wiping out the frost giants.
Well, I wanted to say, like, that's why I'm asking about, can we do fire? Like, do there have to be frost giants? Like, why? What's wrong with fire giants?
Because they don't fit the criteria for what the soul gem.
They don't eat the
She said she
Vabrak.
actually didn't know. I think, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
what she said was go ahead.
It was because she mentioned that it was a combination of the essence from the frost giants and them combining eating the trolls. The fire giants don't
Yeah,
have any rituals like that to eat trolls
Yeah.
and combine with them.
their strength is more from steel and forging. Whereas, like, yeah, the frost giants, or at least the ones who are corrupt, are more about, like, magical and nature, like, supercharging their essence.
Hold
Which
up,
is-
wasn't
yeah.
those frost giants then they start doing the ritual because of the Shadow Lord?
No, they just well, at least as far as you know, they from what you were told, they just do it to gain power because they want to become better hunters and fighters. Because Frost Giant culture is all about being strong.
I'd
But
Okay.
I'd
so far
imagine
it was.
they're
Sorry.
But the tribe that hang on, let me get some names
well.
here.
I imagine the Shadow Lord maybe put a whisper in their ear to kind of help things along.
But yeah, I think so far it's been outliers of the Frost Giants that were corruptible or, maybe had some, chaotic leanings already, just individual personalities. But like she said, that the plan was to, keep corrupting as many as they could and sending those back to try and corrupt more.
Yeah, so the Shivara clan, which is the one that Shiva leads, seem like they are against the corruptive elements, which is why they're fighting against any who embrace Vabrak's ritual, which is the ones you're allied with, the Shivara.
Okay, I'm gonna ask her what's your deficit? How many more Frost Giants do you need?
She says, well, the plan was to just let things take their natural course and let the whole area become consumed by the corruption, and then come back here when it was over and just harvest them.
In the mental link, I'm going to say, we came here to rid this cave of the evil magic that is corrupting the Frost Giants.
Have we done so? Do we know?
We have not, but I bet we can figure out how to.
Oh,
And I don't think
well,
allying with
you're pretty sure that this
Shadow
demon
Lords.
was the evil here,
Oh,
because the
okay.
Troll King seemed like he was pretty like super infused with the energies.
There is a chance that the Shadow Lords could send another. I believe we should inform Shiva of all we know
Yeah.
of the
You-
plot.
Yeah, just real quick, just to remind you, you came to destroy this place because Shiva told you that this is where they were eating the trolls and doing their ritual. So taking control of this place and letting her people take over would weaken their enemy tribe and make it easier to fight them, which was the overall goal.
And informing her of all of these details of this plot will also give her an extra way to guard her people against any future attempts. Obviously, I'm not suggesting we stay here as their guards and babysitters. We have to move on. But I do believe that clearing this cave and giving her this knowledge will aid the Frost Giants in combating the Shadow Lord's plans.
And you said this in your head, right?
All in the bond, yeah.
All right.
So we should take this giant to the Frost Giants.
Yeah,
I do not think we can leave. I don't think we can leave her free. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, certainly no. She's in custody. She's absolutely that's
Uh,
no one's.
I'm very against allying with the Shadow Lords.
So as you're sitting there in silence, she would say, I'll let you all discuss it mentally. As she seems to be catching on to what's going on.
In the mental
When-
link, Uslog's
when-
asking, why don't we just kill her now?
I'm.
No, we still got
Actually,
We
She's
still have some
been
information.
quiet this whole time, but she's just.
Yeah.
Did you say that out loud?
Oh no,
No,
I said
Okay.
that during the mental link.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
said-
I'm trying to do that every time I say.
I'm a huge fan of big, big slashing rampage. Believe me, I'm like the next guy, but
Well,
Oh.
Arapel's not going to attack since we accepted her surrender, but he's not. I'm okay with turning her over to the Frost Giants if we. I definitely don't think we should let her free.
But even let's say you were like, all right, evil, we say no, and let's say we're completely against this. This is a good link back to Malik. We could go, know where his whereabouts, whatever it is. That's still possible. So, there's too much use for this person just to go on them.
Is Zarapel leaving?
No, I wanted to stay in sight of the tribe, but I was kind of peeking around some corners. Is there anything more of danger to us in this cave that we've not yet met? That I said out loud to the giantess.
There were some trolls hiding in the tunnels below, but I think you fought them on the way in. You've defeated the main force of the demon, which was fairly unimpressive, if I'm honest. I thought they'd be much more useful.
Well, let us exit the cave then.
Alright, so
Well,
you're
what do-
leaving?
Glenn
You
would
have a-
say through the bond, though. I just think that we were already meant to go to the fire giants. Yes, I think we should just do that. I don't.
We are going to just do that.
I know, but then I'm saying we don't. I don't think we need to risk our lives fighting for the frost giants and doing the other several tasks needed that they wanted us to do.
Well, let us return to the tribe and inform of what we've learned, and that having given them control of this cave, we feel that our interests here have been served.
So, could everyone just not move around during the dialogue? It's just making me kind of antsy. I guess it's not a big deal, but I'm assuming you're sitting there and talking to her.
Yeah.
There's nothing more to find here. I'll tell you that. Well, there might be, but it's going to take time if you want to search the place. Like, I'm not going to have a chest pop up around a corner or something if that's what you're looking for.
Oh no,
So-
actually, I was looking for any
Oh, just
lingering
enemies.
enemies, but yeah.
Well, you'd probably hear them coming. Like, I'd give
I was
you.
nervous that there were nooks we hadn't uncovered.
All right. Yeah, fair enough. That's fine.
Especially
Glenn.
since we're so deep in, and there's so many paths we didn't follow. So yeah, they could
Yeah.
come up behind us.
All right. So yeah, what do you all want to do?
Oh,
Glenn.
I suggested that I had suggested that we go ahead and move to the mouth of the cave where we have our giant ally waiting.
Is anyone gonna get essence or anything off these things? I'm getting some background noise from you, Chomsky. Yeah. All
I
right.
would
Adorable.
love to get.
This is adorable background noise, but yeah. Chomsky's just making baby talk while he's collecting essence. All right, so you're give me a Arcana. I guess it's two different things. The trolls are nature, but give me an Arcana for the demon first. If you're trying to get his essence. Okay, so the demon. Let's see. I don't think you've killed one of these before.
I don't think so.
So that would be. Alright, so that's the Sire of Insanity, which you get off that demon.
Essence of weakness.
Yeah, I guess technically the body would have disappeared after you killed it, because he's an outsider. But yeah, he would leave behind magical essence, which you could
A
collect.
severed head trophy for.
Yeah, I was gonna.
No,
I was gonna ask about that
I
too.
think because technically, unless it came through a portal, which most demons are summoned, they don't come through portals. It wouldn't be in its real body. It would be in its
Yeah.
summoned form.
Yeah.
Got you.
But the Troll King, that would be a nature check or alchemy. I guess Chomsky does have alchemy. He could just use that.
Yeah.
19.
And what's required for the spirit one?
Oh, that's the same thing. It would be nature. And spiritual. Spiritual. You guys can you can keep talking. Sorry, I'm just doing some calculating.
Via the bond, I would just kind of ask, does anyone want to use a ritual to just take one last look at our guest here and confirm whether she has any items
Yeah.
of power on
That's
her body?
wise.
Yeah.
That's wise. Do we do that before we leave the cave or while we're still in the cave?
I mean, you want the guys to just leave the cave and the girls go strip search her, or
I just wanted to look through magical auras is all I meant.
Oh, detect
Yeah,
magic.
I'll start casting detect magic, and then Glenn, Melon, it seems that these ice giants are tied. Their fate seems to be tied with the Shadow Lords, and we've kind of really been against the Shadow Lords, but that's why I don't want to turn on the giants.
Actually,
Fire giants.
Uslog,
That.
are you the only one left from when you first met Chomsky, or is there anyone else who was around from then?
Yeah,
I
just
think all
yeah,
of us have
just
joined
me.
since Chomsky.
I think actually Arapel joined at the same time. So the two of you, well, actually no,
Arapel
just
joined after Chomsky,
But it was a couple
because
sessions after Chomsky.
Him,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I
within
guess
like a few weeks.
just Uslog. Give me an intelligence check. You might remember something.
Oh no. Oh, I have bardic inspiration still.
And Flash of Geniuses to blow. So.
So...
Oh,
Hey, hold on. What's the?
Keep-
Is it a D8?
It's D10, I
10,
think,
right?
actually.
Yeah, I need to.
so this could still be a decent roll.
All
right.
Do you have a
So-
Flash of Genius?
You
Chomsky
kind of, well, you probably wouldn't know that she's remembering something.
Ah, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
But
I've got my remembering face on.
yeah,
Can't really
Uslog's got her
remember
thinking
now.
face. She's like,
wait.
Oh, she's thinking. Flash genius. But with an 11, actually, you kind of remember when you first met Chomsky. Someone noticing him activating Arapel by using a soul gem.
I
yeah.
definitely remember that as a player too.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit
at that
weird.
point, we
Like
didn't
maybe
really know
Chomsky
how-
knows more about the
Well,
soul gems than he's
Chomsky-
mentioned.
Chomsky has admitted in some of our roleplay in the roleplay channel in chat in
Yeah.
Discord.
Oh, okay.
Chomsky has admitted
Yeah.
to some of his history, yeah,
We haven't
and why he knows
really
a bit
His
about
shady-
soul crystals. Yeah.
His shady experiments. All right.
So yeah, and we remember like when he used that soul crystal on Airfall, I don't think we really knew at that point how they were made. We
Probably
so
not.
it wasn't really like something we
A
questioned.
red
at
flag
the
then.
moment. Yeah. But since then it's kind of been like, he knows something. But we've talked it through a little bit and kind of why he knows that. So
He has expressed some regret and some desire to make amends.
Yes. But yeah, so it's just definitely she'll put that in something to keep in mind as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, that much thinking hurt. Ow.
Okay. Out of character, can you guys remind me, after we did these 3 tasks for the giants, what were we gaining from that?
They were going to escort us to the
They were gonna get you into the fire giant territory to the
Gotcha.
the city.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I do think let us return to the frost giants and tell them what we've learned and suggest that, this may be enough to have considering the plot we now know about, that we've done a lot for them at this point, and we may just be able to tell them that we're ready to move on if we do not desire, spending the time on the remaining tasks.
All right. Did you get my message, Professor?
Yeah. I'm thinking really quick. Glenn, Mallory, do you have any need for treasure?
Have
Demon
what?
treasure?
Anyone?
Demon treasure.
No.
Yeah, that's,
Sorry,
that's
What about the
kind
demon
of-
treasure?
we don't have any need for that.
What's I'm sorry, what's
What are you
demon
talking
treasure?
about, Chomsky?
Oh, I'm just thinking. We might want to walk around this cave a little bit.
Well-
So I have.
I mean, if you want, I can stay here with our prisoner. Right,
I'll look at our prisoner, and I trust that you're not going to harm me or my allies. I'm also
He
going to
here's
look at Glenn.
here's your spell thing.
Cool.
And she says, "Nope, I will not harm any of you."
Chomsky, were you able to complete your ritual, the tech magic ritual?
Yeah, there's nothing in the immediate vicinity, but I think there might be, if they're using this cave for something. If we wanted to explore more, but
Should we stay together, or should we remain here while some of us remain here while others explore?
I think it might be best if we just leave.
Glenn, give me an insight. Secrets.
Can I help collect Carl? What's needed for his
Oh,
transport?
Carl.
Well,
Does he have to be carried?
All right. So she would say, you have all been more forgiving of me than I expected. I think it would be fair if I showed you where these demons keep their treasure as a reward for you sparing me. She says, I know of an area below in the caves where I believe the demon was hiding spoils they had obtained from the surrounding tribes, including the one that you were working with. He was, from what I gather, he was taking payments, so there might be something valuable. So she's gonna lead you down there, unless anyone's gonna object or anything.
Yeah.
I only wish to return these items to their original owners. I don't need any magic
Oh shoot.
items captured by demons. But I appreciate it.
So
Thank you.
go ahead and delete your tokens, as you don't need them right now, as you leave this area. And I'll delete these creatures since you got their essence anyway. Delete that. And
as we walk, she mentioned that my people are guarding the gate to Nightweather. Is that the one in the Shadowfell? I guess I would ask her.
Isaac. That's the Isaac, the Nightweather Vault.
That's where you fought Malik,
know if
and
there
there was
was
that strange device that he was trying to get to.
Right. Yeah.
Did you guys leave guards there then?
We do have allies.
I'm gonna delete
Like
Chomsky.
who's guarding it for this group?
Sorry.
I guess what I.
I had to restart.
All right.
Browser.
So, Eric, go ahead. You can discuss while she's taking you down there.
I mean, I guess this is kind of out of character because obviously Arapel hadn't joined the group until a little while later. But I know, like in several of our groups, we have various factions that we're allied with that are guarding that teleportation platform, and I wasn't sure who's there in this group.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking, because I know Uslug would remember, but I don't think that we really had, because we fought Malik basically on our own. We had a shadow dragon, and it was like what we had a shadow dragon. She might still be guarding it. I don't know what her bigger aims are though.
Wait, you guys are allied with the shadow dragon?
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
mean,
lord,
I
that's
don't know how allied
amazing.
we are, but she helped us fight Malik because she didn't.
Okay, that's amazing. I love it.
So we were at least allied against him, but I don't know if that continues on to current times.
Okay.
She's probably got her own agenda.
And
so
are there any? Sorry, go ahead.
Hey, spoilers, guys.
Hall. No, I mean spoilers because Uslug would be telling them this.
Yeah, I mean, we've had quite a few conversations in roleplay chat with like Uslug telling us about stuff that happened before we all joined.
Yeah. This is a lot to do,
including you regaled us with a whole tale of like the whole Gaivok.
What was sorry?
Encounter.
Real quick, what was Mikey's character's name?
Hohenheim.
Hohenheim. Okay.
Good old Hoey.
All right.
Yeah, so unless Fox
So,
people there.
it looks like 3 of you still need a wish list item. So Malin, Glenn, and Hohenheim. Well, Hohenheim's not here. So Malin and Glenn, give me a d20 roll.
Oh shoot. Like a 1d20.
Yes.
Damn.
Oh,
Well,
bad luck. All right.
Yep.
Well, I guess. Do you have a wish list, Malin? Did you write one up?
yeah.
All right. Give me a d100 roll. Now, did you mark the
Yeah. I
rarity?
The rarity. Yep, you
Yep.
did.
Okay, makes my job easier. Where's your wish list?
party.
It's the
Oh,
very,
wait.
it's the very last entry.
I was
yeah.
looking at journal, that's why.
I will have to come up with a wish list.
Alright. Okay, got it.
And technically, he's got the any rarity there at the top that you could add to.
That's
to this.
true.
Yeah, F4.
Oh, any rarity. That's true. Okay. Give me a d4 roll.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Got it. Alright, give me one moment to make some notes. You guys can keep RPing if you want. I just need to write some stuff down here.
So Uslog, as far as the I know you guys got out of Isik pretty quickly after the encounter with Malik and Gaivok after that battle. But did you ally or at least come to any kind of agreement with any of the Teruvian factions that the noble families that were sending people into Isik?
No, as a matter of fact, we're probably on bad terms with most of the nobles.
Oh, okay. all right, good to know.
At least the Blackwaters. I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
aligning with
it's
certain people will piss a lot of the other factions off.
I guess I meant the Soft Spires and the Asmira.
Uslog has just a blank face when you say those words.
Okay, all right. Well, obviously Arapel didn't say those words because he wasn't there. But no, okay, I'm just trying to. It's
Would
so
I-
much harder for me to in this game. I know the story, but there's so many details where I'm like, I want to make sure I'm not making assumptions the wrong way and stuff.
Would Glenn know about their relationships with the nobles of the Teruvian Empire if they hate these people or not?
Probably if you want to do. I mean, Glenn has some political connections, right? Because of his affiliations.
Yeah.
So
Ooh, and they would know us as Foxgloves too. They wouldn't know us as
Yeah.
Splitlanders. Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
their name is pretty respected, but they most likely have many enemies as well.
So you yeah, you'd probably know a little bit about them since you were kind of yeah, you kind of had a little bit of a connection to them. But actually though, does your character know that they're the Foxgloves, or do you only know them as the Splitlanders? Did you guys reveal that to him?
Yeah, we've talked
We've
about it a
introduced
couple
ourselves
times.
as members of. Well, we're the Splitlanders
All right.
associated.
So you know that the noble. Yeah, sure, I can give you some info then. You know that the noble families, for the most part, are not happy with them because of the alliances they made in Isik, made the reintegration of Isik like super hard because a lot of the undead are still in power there because they allied with them. So most of the because wait, who did you side with? You sided with the
Sword Wraiths.
yeah, you sided with the sword wraiths in that council. So I think, like, not that they pushed the humans out, but the Teruvian Empire lost a bunch of power because of that, because they didn't want a war. So yeah, a lot of the capital people already didn't like you that much because of that. So yeah, you know that their group,
Now that's probably not great.
politically speaking, has a lot of enemies.
Okay, so Dinara was you guys were team Dinara.
Yeah, Dinara. shadow dragon. There's a bone claw in there somewhere. He's great.
Chiron.
Chiron. Good old
Yeah,
Chiron.
well, Chiron and
It's a really
Dinara
grumpy, like,
are. Chiron and
librarian.
Dinara are pretty much the same faction because Chiron is the reason
Well,
Dinara survived. And he
So
served her
one
family.
thing I will
Yeah.
say, Matt is actually going through Isaac right now, so don't say too much about that.
Oh, gotcha.
In the Saturday game, his people are doing the Isaac chapter.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, so Glenn, you would know that a lot of the families dislike the Foxgloves because of their political choices in that conflict.
I guess it's
Okay.
good that we
But
pretend
a lot of
like
people do respect their
rivalry too much.
abilities because they've done some pretty amazing things. It's just, yeah, the families are a little bit worried that they're not politically controllable like a lot of the other mercenaries.
Yeah, you just kind of say offhandedly then. It's like, I wouldn't worry too much about the nobles. They're usually just
Stuck up.
blowhards about anybody
Yeah.
they can't control.
All right. So she leads you down below into an area where there's just a pile of stuff, which looks like, first, it looks like just a bunch of troll crap. But you notice that they threw a bunch of the treasures they got in the same area where they were pooping, which is very troll like. So you would see as
So when
you
he said troll crap, he meant
actual troll crap, yeah. You would see kind of off to the side of the huge piles of crap all over the place. There is a bunch of what looks like potions just kind of scattered about. A couple of them are broken. There's looks like a bunch of nature components that have kind of been tossed around, and some of it's been messed up, but there's still quite a bit there. As well as several pouches and looks like pieces of armor and weaponry. Some broken crates. Yeah, you're pretty sure some of this stuff at least came from the, not the Therian, but the,
who
what's
has
it?
prestidigitation?
What's the name of that
That's a
empire?
valuable question.
The... Oh no, do I not have the name of the faction? Of course I don't.
Can I spend a first level spell slot to bring Carl back in 1 minute?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna do that.
What's the name of the Dwarven Empire? Does anyone remember? Well, the Dwarven Empire to the north. It's not the Therian, it's the recent one.
I'm trying to remember. Dazoric? No,
No.
sorry, that's the city. Oh gosh.
It's okay.
I
But
feel like,
yeah,
I
you're
feel like I was just like looking at something earlier today that referenced it, but I can't remember.
yeah, you believe that a lot of this stuff, some of it was probably taken from the giants. So if you are you going to search through this area and see what's in here?
Yeah.
So give me perception checks. Lots of prestidigitation to get crap off all the stuff.
Yeah.
Uslag is
Apparently.
the she doesn't like this crap.
Passive is
This is definitely not my perception character. Oh wow, I rolled pretty good, but
Alright, so Gnome finds a bunch of things with his passive of 21. You would find a shit-covered pouch that has a bunch of sapphires in it. This looks like it may have come from the tribe. There are 10 sapphires you would guess are worth about 1,000 gold each.
wow.
Alright.
But
That
yeah.
is some treasure that doesn't weigh much at all.
But you do think that this is probably from Shiva's clan.
Mhm.
So
Right,
whether you want to
maybe
return it or not is
for
up to
their
you.
Currency.
Yeah. It looks like
Um,
something that probably belonged to them.
What
So-
what was the wish list item? Did someone
Well,
did we get something there? Oh,
hang
sorry,
on.
I'm jumping
Still going through it. So that's the
Oh,
first
gotcha.
thing. The second thing you find, there are a bunch of potions. 5 of them to be precise. None of them identified. You would guess again these are probably from the Dwarven Empire because the markings on the bottle are in Dwarven. Oh, does anyone speak Dwarven?
I believe I do.
Oh, well, then you might know what these potions
Just
are.
kidding. I do not.
All right. So yeah, there's some markings, but you're assuming they mark
5
what these
potions.
potions are. But yeah, 5 potions. You would find on one of the piles of bones, there is a ring which is letting off magical energy.
Did you cut out? Hello?
I hear you.
Yeah.
There's also you would recover 1,000 maho of nature components.
What kind of components you cut out?
Nature components.
Cool.
So that's what you find after searching around this crapped area for about half an hour, I'll say. It's about 10 o'clock at this point in the morning.
Should we identify some of these things, or do you want to head back to, or move on to the next?
I think we should move on and maybe spend time when we rest next to identify. But if others are
Cool.
eager, we can.
Yeah.
Alright, you want to head outside then?
Yeah.
So outside, you would find your friend Tyron is keeping a vigilant watch over the place. He says, or he shouts to you, well, not shouts, but he motions to you all to come over, and he would say, did everything, well, I guess he'd see you have her prisoner, so he would assume things went well. He said, is the cave cleared? Is it safe? Giving her like an angry look.
Affirmative. I believe we have much to discuss with your Shiva. Shall we begin the journey back?
He nods. He says, yeah, we should probably get in touch with Shiva because she'll want to send some of her giants here to guard the place, make sure they don't try to do anything to retake it.
Yes, I think that would be very valuable.
Alright, so you head back to camp, spending a couple of hours with Tyron leading you. I'm just going to pass time unless anyone is doing or tells me they're doing something on the
Yeah, we're
road.
still losing a lot of your speech, Lou.
Gosh darn it.
Kevin, internet issues.
It's better than I was the other day. We're getting more syllables than not with you. But
So I just said I'm going to say some time passes unless you all want to, or unless any of you want to do something on the travel back to the tribe.
I'm gonna ask a wild question. How does one become a Shadow Lord even?
you kill a lot of people.
They
wield a
just
lot
are.
of necromancy.
Who are you asking?
I just like I
Just
like
kind of out
Out
loud.
loud.
Yeah, out loud. I'm just like I'm usually constantly like just wondering how was that like you just like you're born like a Shadow Lord? Is that like a race or?
I don't think so. I
just
don't
are.
actually know they might have created
So,
themselves through corruption over time.
Tyron would kind of look back curiously and say, Shadow Lord. What's that?
Big gloomy dudes that are like big evil people. That's what I gather. Do you know? I point to to I forgot her name already.
Started with K, I think.
Yeah, I
We'll just
gotta
call
come
her
up with a
K.
nickname. Should I call her Green
it's
Beans?
a V. Never mind. I'm an
Green
idiot.
beans.
Cora.
So if you look to her, give me a persuasion. Vutakora.
Let's go.
I guess the Cora is the part I was remembering.
Yeah, you could
Let's
just
go.
call her Cora. So she would say, well, Malin became a Shadow Lord when Gaivok was imprisoned. Or sorry, Malik. Malik became a Shadow Lord when Gaivok was imprisoned. I believe he was able to discover a link to his master's old powers. Taking
You got it
part.
completely.
Oh, damn.
So Malik That
wonder
Malik
if
became
it's
a Shadow
my-
Lord while.
Wonder if it's
Then he
my
discovered a link.
wonder if it's my headset. All right, I'll try again. So she would say Malik was able to take some of Guyvok's power to become a Shadow Lord himself. Guyvok is the only surviving Shadow Lord.
Oh, so
That
he is a race.
Are you saying that?
Yeah, that's the question.
Oh, she says, I don't believe the Shadow Lords are a race, but I think they come from a certain heritage. Something
Okay.
to do with night weather, similar to the Red Wizard, whose name I don't know. But I believe that Malin used some sort of ritual to take Guyvok's power after he was imprisoned, or at least take part of it.
Did you hear that, Malin? You took Guyvok's power.
Dude, let's
Malik.
go.
Uh,
Dang it.
So, as to your question, I don't know exactly how one becomes a Shadow Lord, but there is some kind of heritage involved. I think they've all been human. And again, she looks to Uslog and she says, perhaps something to do with the cataclysms again.
Are they not native to the
Something to do with the
Shadowfell?
cataclysms.
She says, so she would, or sorry, what did I say? She would say, they've all been human from what I've known. Possibly some connection to the cataclysms, just like, again, your people being the ones who brought them somehow. But I don't know how one becomes a Shadow Lord exactly.
I was of the impression that they were native to the Shadowfell since they seem to return there when they're vanquished.
They're
Is that not the
not
case?
they're not native to it, but their power is linked to it.
I see.
I don't know what the relationship is there, but I know their energies are heavily infused with void and necrotic energy. And
Hello?
Tyrant, can you hear me?
Yeah, we missed. missed
God
some of
damn it!
that.
Where did you last hear?
Their
Their
powers are
power
heavily
is linked.
infused.
Wonder if I
Yeah.
should try resetting my router. That's weird.
We could take a break if you want. We could
Yeah,
take a
sure.
break.
Let's do like a 10 minute. I'll reset my router, and hopefully, if that doesn't fix it, I don't know. I'll try a few other things. All right, 10 minutes. Be right back.
Like most of the
Yep.
time, like I've been able to hear enough that I'm able to fill in the blanks. But every now and then,
Yeah,
there's like
but
a word
Yeah.
missing where I'm
This
like,
is such
oh,
important
crap,
stuff.
important.
Yeah, this is pretty heavy story stuff. You guys don't get much lore about the Shadow Lords, so
I'm just saying, all it
Yeah.
took was a nat 20 roll on my persuasion, and boom, I got you with some quality lore.
there you
You
go.
didn't even need, like, what, how long has this campaign been? Like 2 years? You didn't even need that. You just need me to, persuade this void giant.
You just
Easy
needed
peasy.
you just needed Malin to talk to Green Bean.
Green Bean, yeah, that's what I'm gonna call her. Yeah, that's my new nickname, Green Bean.
Green Bean, meatloaf. It's all food with you.
Sounds like a good combination.
It's a hungry, Mal's a hungry boy when he's a wolf.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me try that reset. I'll be right back.
I
So that was a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot to process here.
time, but the group fought him in Issyk.
Yeah, and has not has not encountered him since. Um,
Although
we're
I
aware of.
think that this group doesn't know all the details of how Malik came to possess Blackwater. We just
Right.
found out after the fact that Blackwater was possessed.
Mhm.
We didn't even know that Malik existed pretty much till close to that battle.
So yeah, Shadow Lords. We don't want to. Do we want to ally with them?
Absolutely
I
not.
thought the purpose of going to the fire giants was to figure out how to entrap them.
Yes, exactly. That is the reason we're going to the rune. We're trying to find the Rune Master Tower is to see if we can recover Rune Master knowledge that they used to trap Guybruck.
Okay, but how much does? I mean, look, this cataclysm thing. I mean, I guess I should read up on my lore on this. How much, like, how bad is a cataclysm? I assume it's like
Well,
world shattering.
basically, every 2,000 years, the surface of the planet like ignites and it's unlivable. So all of the races have to retreat underground for several generations, for several hundred years before the fires die down and the surface is habitable again. So basically, most of the empires of Gaian pretty much restart. Like new empires are founded and stuff when we come back to the surface and stuff each cataclysm. So, and most cycles last about 2,000 years. There is some variation.
I'm
And
starting to think these cycles are kind of like wildfires and
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like it
resetting
seems more
everything.
natural than what the Shadow Lords are trying to do.
Yeah, keeping
What was the
Shadow
last
Lords at
cataclysm?
bay.
11 what are we, what's the year? This when the fires
1137.
start, that's when we start a new cycle. So we're currently in 1158, and the fires rage for several hundred years. So from year 1 till year 2 or 3 or 4 or 500 everyone would have been underground.
Gotcha. Like what? Like even the mountains are like unlivable.
Everything except supposedly there's some lore that may not be known to your characters, but there's some general lore that some people in the world would know, that there's a rumor that there's an elven empire that has managed to survive the cycles, but they're really xenophobic and remote, like a different continent or something on the world. So and then there's a rumor that the first human city, the Nightweather city, somehow exists on like a different plane or something that is not affected by the cataclysms.
And
Yeah,
then
that we
what
would
about
sort of
the
know because Malik,
sorry, go
Guybruck
ahead,
tried to tell us
that's
that.
all you.
Yeah. We would sort of know about that because when we were talking with Guybruck before we, fought him, he was like, I know how to get to Nightweather.
Alright,
He was
I'm back.
basically telling us about it,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Well, and even just the conversation today kind of touched on that, on the Shadow Lords trying to get back to Nightweather, because it was new information that she's claiming that the cataclysm started when the humans came to this land from Nightweather. So that's interesting. But I think we already knew that Nightweather was the first human city and that they exist outside the cycle of destruction, the cycle of cataclysms.
Yeah.
But and
like
Nightweather is Nightweather is much older even than the Rune Master. Like the Rune Master knowledge we're trying to find is from the 12th cycle. Nightweather is from before the first cataclysm. So Nightweather might know how to make those arcane crystals.
Yeah, but we can't get to Nightweather
But we
without
we don't want the Shadow Lords to be the one that get to Nightweather and like get that kind of power. Because maybe they'll stop the cataclysms, but that doesn't mean they're not going to. Yeah.
And what they did to Issyk,
Well, they did it to Issyk. They did it. Right? Remember, they tried to do it to New Havigard. We stopped them.
And the Fey Council is also like looking into all of this too, right? So we're looking at other planes.
I don't think that piece of knowledge is known in this group.
We do know that the Fey are involved. Yeah.
Oh, we do? Okay, good.
Because we talked with that.
Kira?
Who did we talk to?
It was somebody from early game.
The Shadow Steel.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. She's with us, Shaith.
Yeah.
She's actually with
Oh.
us right now.
Oh,
She
okay,
made
cool,
a
cool.
comeback.
All right.
Yeah, she's here. So yeah, she told us about that she was looking into that.
I forgot that I got my groups mixed up, so that's awesome.
All right. Are we ready to continue?
Yep.
Let's do it.
All right. Am I coming in any better? Are you still hearing the skipping? Or
So far, so good.
okay,
So far,
good.
sounds good.
All right. So, did I need to repeat something from the Shiva thing, or sorry, from the Korra thing?
I don't
Thank
think so. I think we got the gist.
All right. So yeah, basically, she said that she's not sure how one becomes a Shadow Lord. They seem to have some kind of heritage. What else did she say? Possibly human, something to do with humans and night weather.
They're
She,
not from the Shadowfell, but their power is tied to it.
yeah, their power is tied to it. She might also mention. Actually, does she know that? No, she doesn't. Okay, so that's all she'd say.
All right.
She doesn't. She doesn't know too much, but she knows some stuff, and she is nice enough to let you in on some of it.
Yeah, she's actually been very forthcoming, and I respect her for that.
All right, so she would be brought back to the village where they would immediately imprison her. Tyron would speak with Shiva about what has transpired, and she
We
would.
would ask-
Go ahead.
Yeah, we would ask for an audience with Shiva.
Yeah, for sure. So I'll say you go in there with Tyron, and she says, "Thank you all. Tyron has told me that you've cleared the caves, and I'm going to send some people there to make sure they stay clear. But we owe you a great debt. This is a first step towards freeing our people from this curse of what's his name? Not Zabrak, Vabrak.
Vabrak.
So Tyron is about to tell her about the giant. Is anyone saying anything about Voltacora?
Oh yeah.
He says, this strange giant who appeared to have magical ability appeared and seemed to be an ally of the trolls and some sort of demon. That's the one who I brought and we've imprisoned. Shiva would nod and say, well, she should probably be put to death then, if she is a servant of Vabrak and his people.
She has proven to be very knowledgeable and has even given us some insight that we were unaware of that we wish to share with you. We believe that this is very valuable information.
Give me. Well, she would look to you and say, "Oh, what information?"
As you know, our quest in these mountains takes us past your lands, and this is only a brief distraction for us. This task that we have performed for you, we oppose some powerful beings, and we have discovered that those same beings are behind this sequence of events involving the troll ritual and the ritual to Vabrak and the corrupted trolls. And the plot extended further in that it was intentional that the corruptions began in this area, and they hoped that over time it would spread. And the intention was that once most or all of your people and the other giant tribes in these mountains were corrupted, that a dark ritual would be used to annihilate you in order to gather the power of your souls. I realize this sounds far-fetched, but we are very much aware of
She says,
of these foes having the power to do this.
I'm familiar with shamanistic magics, having some training myself. This doesn't sound all that far-fetched. While you use different words, I believe I know what you speak of.
I think it is valuable for you to know
Getting
these
some
details
background
because
noise.
Alright.
I believed it was valuable to give you these details, the fact that this was an organized plot, so that you are better equipped to oppose any such plot resuming in this area, especially now that you have control of the cave where they were based.
She says, this plot was hatched by a powerful enemy of yours, the ally of this giant that we imprisoned.
Her master, it seems.
So why is it we should spare her? Should not she be put to
I did
death?
not say that. I did not say that. I simply shared that she has actually answered many of our questions, and if you have further questions, you may wish to cross-examine her further.
She surrendered to us. But go ahead, Malin. What were you saying?
Yeah, I was like, listen, I'm all for one big slaughter of the darkness and all that, but we've gained much information, and to be honest, we've only been gaining more and more information for her. I believe there's still quite much we need to learn from her, and I believe at least we need to put a stay on execution and until we resolve this matter, because her use is just from information has been valuable, but if we come up with any other sort of schemes, it could be incalculable how useful she could be for us.
She is, of course, a dangerous prisoner because she does have strong magical abilities. We exhausted much of her energy today, but...
Quick question. Are you all there right now?
Yes.
Okay. So when you say that, she says, what type of magics does she have? Looking concerned suddenly.
I'll look around at the party, Slog, Glenn, Malin, Arapel, and say, she is Void Mistress of the Shadow Lord. She does serve the Shadow Lord Malik. I don't know how much we trust her.
Not the Shadow Lord, guys, it's Malik.
So at that, you would hear some yells from out in the yard.
Oh no, guys, we fucked up.
And, done fucked up. Shiva would also look up concerned, grab her spear, and, run outside. What's going on? So when you run outside, you see a bunch of frost giants standing around an empty cage. And one of them says, prisoner, she's gone. I don't know.
I killed her in that cave.
She made some gestures and suddenly vanished. At which point, Shiva would narrow her eyes and take a couple of stabs into the prison cell, cursing and say,
This is not her first rodeo. She's like, I'm just going to make sure she's not invisible.
It's like she's not there. She must have used some magic. Was she near any of the gates? She looks to the guards and they say, no, we didn't see her over here. She says, search around. She may have teleported a short distance and still be here somewhere.
I'd track her with
you have your
Gem of Seeing. I will activate that.
Alright.
Can I also try to track? I have...
yeah, sure. There's a lot of tracks in the camp that are of giant variety, but you might roll really high.
Do I get the advantage because I'm tracking Fey Fiends, Undead, or no?
She's not really a fiend or a fae. I mean, a giant. She is still a giant type, even though she's touched by void energy, so probably not.
Yeah, Arapel's exhausted themselves.
Oh, so close.
Right.
So close.
So you find a lot of giant energy or giant tracks in the area. Kind of searching in areas that would be a short-range teleport from the cage. You don't think she teleported out of the cage, because you don't find anything that points to her appearing somewhere then running off. So she may have done something more drastic.
An actual plane shift or something.
Yeah, she may have plane shifted or done an actual teleport, something that took her much further.
Wow.
And that would kind of be confirmed as everyone looks around the camp and doesn't really find anything.
Even with the Gem of Seeing and
Yeah, you don't think she's invisible or anything. You think she's just gone. And Shiva would curse and say, damn it. Well, At least we know what to look out for if she comes back. And
I do not think, she will come back for to harm you all.
well, I hope not. We know their plans now. So this whole corruption thing, this was all the doing of the Shadow Lord.
I believe
Yes.
so.
He
She
has
says-
enacted a number of different plans to create, to collect souls for magical purposes, and this was apparently one of those plans.
Well, it is something our tribe and other tribes have struggled with for as long as we've existed, but we have noticed this activity increasing quite a bit within the last couple of seasons. Would that coincide with the Shadow Lord?
Very much so. Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. So, yeah, a few seasons. Yeah, that's correct. Timeline. Will you be able to share some of this knowledge, some of this warning with other tribes in the area in order to?
Yeah, we have some allies. We can warn them of this, and that'll prevent it from happening.
And even tribes with whom you're not allied, perhaps look out for the signs that they may be targeted or becoming corrupted in.
All right, so
Let
me make a note that you kind of closed off this story possibility of a Shadow Lord gaining power this way.
Gaining giant souls.
Yeah.
Troll giant souls. Hybrid.
But she would thank you and say, "We owe you a great debt. Discovering this is going to help protect our tribes and other future tribes. So I want to thank you for that."
There were a lot of treasures that I think were taken from your tribe that were in the cave that we found, and I'll also pass him the
gonna give her
5 sapphires.
You're gonna give her 5 of the 10.
Or all of the sapphires.
All right. So you give her the bag. She says, "Yes, this actually had gone missing from our coffers. Thank you. I mean, I would have expected you to keep it as your spoils. But yeah, this is very, very honest of you. I appreciate that." She.
They also give the ring away.
Oh, I don't know about that. Did you want to give them the ring too and the other stuff you found?
We could ask her whether or not these items are needed or because they could be useful for us to continue our journey.
Yeah.
If you show her the other items, she would say no. Those aren't ours.
As tempting as it would be to have sapphires of such value, I think that I think sapphires have a very special meaning to frost giants. I can't remember the exact details. So.
Actually, well, is Glenn saying anything during all this, or has he just kind of been keeping silent?
Glenn would roll his eyes and just say, "Do people not know how to do stuff?"
So Malin
Agreement.
Malin and Chomsky, give me persuasion checks with advantage.
Hi guys, I've used up all my high rolls. Here comes the nat one.
What are we persuading?
Wah,
I told
wah.
you. I knew. I called it.
Who are we persuading?
Just from your actions.
Oh.
So Shiva would say, you have helped us quite a bit and been very honest with us. If you wish, I will not even hold you to helping us fight the enemy tribe. For what you've done, I think it would be fair to give you passage to the Fire Giants' lands now, if you wish it.
In truth, it was our intention to ask you exactly this, for uncovering this plot has only increased the urgency of our own goal to continue combating these Shadow Lords.
She would nod and say, so, yeah, if that's what your group wants, I'll have, God, I can't remember his name. I will have Tyron. She says, I will have Tyron lead you to the Fire Giant Mountain now. And we can handle, or at least try to handle, the corrupt ourselves and leave you out of that battle.
The Snowy Valley has anything to do with what we're dealing with here, because this cave that we found ended up being closely tied to the Shadow Lords that we're trying to fight.
Sorry, what was the question?
We were quested with exploring a snowy valley with magic that draws giants in.
She says that could very well have something to do with your Shadow Lord. It would make sense after what you've told me. But if you don't wish to bother with that, we can just deal with it.
It is very unusual magic to have popped up in a wilderness such as this without some reason. Perhaps it is worth still investigating. I kind of look around at everyone.
That's why I brought it up.
It's a good recall for Chomsky.
Well, I definitely want to do some rest first, and then let's think about it.
Yeah.
She says,
nothing.
"Of course, we're in no hurry either way. You are welcome to rest here. But yeah, why don't you take the rest of the day and relax, have some food and drink with our people? We should celebrate. This is a great victory." And she would organize a group of her hunters to go watch the caves, as well as Tyron, who's going to go with them. But yeah, the rest of you pretty much have the day, unless you want to go out and do something else. But the giants welcome you to stay and just hang out for the day. So, is anyone doing anything in particular, or should I just pass some time here in the giant camp? I assume you're just wanting to take a long rest, right?
What time of day is it?
Yeah.
It's pretty early, isn't it? So we have most of the day.
Is. I don't think I passed time for the traveling yet. Let me do
That's
that.
fine. So it's probably more like midday.
It is. Oh no, it looks like I did. Well, it's probably about 1 o'clock at this point.
Okay.
Because there's only a couple of hours journey from the camp to the.
I was just debating whether or not I wanted to do any downtime activity with the time.
Yeah, I don't know how much there is to do here. If you have your tools, you might be able to work on something.
Arapel just scribes whenever we have downtime.
Yeah, you do have some hours, so if you want.
Actually, I think I'm gonna donate a day to another scroll. I'll figure out what scroll and put it on the downtime activities.
Okay.
I figure out what the ring was.
Sorry, what?
Oh yeah, identify. Yes.
Oh, identify. Yes. Let's see.
The ring and 5 potions. That's what Chomsky will do.
So, what you want to know is that ring. And it probably is what you think it is, a ring of protection.
Yes. So listen, I mean, we talked about this out of character, but in character, I haven't been all right. Well, listen, I haven't been using this plus this very special shield that you all bought for me, and I do I've been more out in front and about. I'm willing to give this back to the party, to whoever would want to use this shield, whoever this would be helpful for, in exchange for their ring.
You think you haven't been using the shield at all?
Not really, because I'm doing offhand attacks. I can't do it with the shield.
Was it a +1 or +2?
+2.
I mean,
well, was the shield a +2? I think it was a +1, wasn't it?
It was a +2 shield.
Yeah. I think
it was a pretty good one, yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone else use a shield or can use a shield?
Wait, where'd you guys get a +2 shield from?
We when we went to that
from the Dwarven Outpost.
Grimdor.
It's his personal.
It was his personal.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, Arapel would happily carry that shield if it doesn't help anyone else. It's just Arapel already has such a high AC that if there is someone else who's going to use it, it makes sense to raise someone else's AC. But it would give Arapel +2.
I think that's a good idea. I mean,
yeah.
And we can always swap it back. We can always swap it back another time if people change up how they're fighting or get different items.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, if Usagi ever finds a super powerful one-handed weapon, she would maybe. But she's not willing to give up her great sword for a shield.
Yeah, you have all kinds of two-handed weapons, don't you?
A couple of requests for you guys. One is if you could, like, you see what Matt did in the Roll20, putting like 21/11.
Break all my macros.
Put your passive perception and insight in that form, like perception first / insight, just so I don't have to keep asking you.
And your player name under your picture.
The other thing, which I kind of wish Roll20 would do this, but if you could put the calculations for your AC and your highest attack roll in your notes somewhere, just so I can easily figure out like how you're getting your numbers, that would be helpful.
Wait, what was the second request? I'm sorry, I was.
In your notes on your character sheet, just like in any of those note boxes on your second page, put the calculations for your AC and your highest attack roll, just so I know what the numbers are, so I can easily like keep an eye on and track that. Because a couple of times I'm like, how are we getting this AC? And I have to like go look through your sheet. Okay, you have this, and it's usually fine. It's just easier if I can see all that info in one spot.
Parapel's 1010, Glenn's 2020.
Yeah, Glenn's on it.
Wait, how's passive insight calculated?
It's the same as any passive score. It's 10 plus your bonus.
So whatever your skill bonus.
Whatever your insight bonus is.
Okay.
My passive or perception 16. I would write 16 slash.
And then
whatever your passive insight is.
Oh,
I mean, it's usually the same thing unless you have training.
Okay. Yeah.
But if it's not the same, then yeah, just let me know. Because then I can just look at your characters and be like, oh, well, let's see who would see something.
Okay,
I've noticed
so
it.
in our notes, when you say in character notes, do you mean like the bio and info part with our picture?
No, well, I mean, no, I more meant like inside your actual character sheet where only you can see it and I can see it.
Where on the sheet do you want it?
So, for example,
Like under characteristics, like personality traits, do you want it up there or in the bio?
Pretty much. I mean, most people have all those bio sheets blank anyway, so just any one of those bio. I mean, I guess. Let's see.
I have those blank. I have all of those full.
So
maybe like under additional features and traits or something.
Okay, and you wanted our AC calculation and what else?
And your highest attack roll, just so I can see how you're getting your numbers.
Highest attack roll, like
I have. Good.
I'm confused on what that means.
So, like, if you have plus 10 to your attack, just break down like where all that's coming from.
Okay.
Like plus 1 for magic weapon, plus 4 for proficiency, or plus 5 plus for strength. Yeah, or like I have this feat, I have this magical item.
Okay.
Same thing for AC, just so I can quickly go 28 AC. What the fuck? Oh, that's why.
Right.
Instead of being like, oh, let me figure this out, because I know I figured it out, but like mentally, it's like, okay, that's what it is. Puts me at ease more.
For passive perception, I have like the heightened senses, which gives me advantage on that. On checks, does that make it any difference on
Is it on all checks or against certain things?
all checks?
So if it's always on, then I would just calculate it into there. But if it's not, like if it's something you have to transform to get, or anything that has conditions, then it would just be, yeah, you wouldn't put that in.
Well, how would I calculate that in?
Advantage is 5 higher for passive.
Gotcha.
So if you're always at advantage to sight and hearing based perception, then you would give yourself a plus 5.
It's
to your
hearing and
passive.
smell.
Alright, so that would be more conditional, so you'd leave that out. But
Okay.
you could check with me, like, is it hearing or smell? And I'll be like, yes. And then I'd know. So just without that, then.
Gotcha. Okay, sounds good.
Alright, thank you for that. But yeah, so passing the day. Unless...
Alright, so do I get the ring?
are you all giving him the ring?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
of course, yeah.
Okay.
And
Thanks much.
uh,
Here's the sheet.
sorry,
Lou,
go ahead.
does something like this look okay? Is that like kind of what you want?
Yes, that is very, very well. That's pretty much perfect. So just like
Okay,
the
good.
bonus, and then like what it comes from.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, something like that, and then one for attacks. All right, so you give the ring to Malin, and Malin is giving the shield to who? Arapel?
Me,
Arabelle,
it sounds like,
yeah.
and no one else spoke up, and I don't think Hohenheim uses shields, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so time is passing. Oh, the potions. That was the other thing.
Yes.
Who took the nature component, Maho?
I put it in the group.
Party treasury.
Yeah.
Okay. So potions. I'm gonna randomly generate these. Give me 5d10 rolls, any of you. I'll just take the first 5 rolls I see.
I think I've used up all my luck, so I'm just not going to go.
Oh, I was counting on
Well,
you.
it's sort of random, so rolling it just generates a chart. Let's see.
Oh, I thought you meant.
No, that's perfect.
So Uslag, one of the potions is a potion of hill giant strength. Second potion
Shots.
is a potion of healing. Third potion is a potion of healing. Fourth potion is a potion of water breathing. And the fifth potion, is a potion of superior healing. Good roll.
Nice.
So those are the 5 potions. Again, they look like they came from the Dwarven lands.
Does anybody want to take any of those in particular? Or should I just put them in the group treasury?
I think we should put them in people's inventories, so especially like
Yeah.
the hill
Yeah.
giant strength, like having that
Yeah.
on a frontliner, or a melee attacker, so they can pull it
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
I think Malin used his giant strength potion.
Yes,
past
yes.
Battle, so that could replenish that. Uslog still
Cool.
has one.
And do both of you
Oh, yeah.
have? What do you two frontliners have as far as healing potions right now?
None.
I have a
Move on.
greater healing and a
Okay,
healing.
let's give that one to Malin as well.
The
Good thing.
superior healing, melee, yeah, you got that.
What were
And
the
then we
others?
have 2 potions of healing and water breathing.
I think the
Right.
water breathing should just go in our party inventory for situational missions.
Cool.
Which potions am I getting?
Greater and hill giant strength.
Greater
healing
healing and a hill giant strength potion.
Thank you.
Remember, potions do cost an action, so healing potions are less useful in the heat of battle unless you're trying to bring someone back from the
but
brink.
if you guys keep
Mhm.
them on your belt, we can always grab them when we're trying to revive you too.
True.
Gotcha.
All right, so the day is going to pass. There's not much that goes on. The giants would celebrate with you. Are you more identifying as the Foxgloves, or are you keeping with the Splitlanders here?
The
We've been-
Splitlanders, I think.
Yeah, we've been
All right.
introducing ourselves as Splitlanders. We occasionally mention that
Drop the name.
Uslog was formerly with the Foxgloves, but yeah. We
So
name drop Foxgloves sometimes, but we introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
as-
I'll take up to three rolls from the group, either performance or persuasion, if you're interacting with the giants for the night.
Oh yeah.
Glenn, absolutely, Glenn. Come on, this is your time to shine.
Glenn's sulking. He's like, "You guys wouldn't let me team up with the Shadow Lord."
He just didn't have
I
the whole
didn't
story.
want to team up with the Shadow Lord. I just didn't.
I know, I was just being silly.
I
I don't like these guys. Yeah, he's smoking his
He
pipe.
was looking at it from both sides.
No,
All the
Glenn, you were
angles.
thinking, you were critical thinking. I understand you. I absolutely, I'm with you on this one.
Screw these guys. All right, so yeah, three rolls from anyone who wants to be involved in this.
One's trying to smoke with some giant.
Oh, well, maybe he is hanging with some giants then.
Yeah. Wasn't that part of the?
Oh yeah, the giants definitely smoke. They smoke and drink, so you could be taking some puffs with a few of them. So yeah, like I said, up to 3 rolls, persuasion or performance.
I'll do performance just because even though persuasion's better, I feel like he would be
No
singing.
performing.
Do more
Performance is not your highest.
more
That's
showing
crazy.
off. He's like doing card tricks and stuff. Oh, look at
there
that.
you
Okay,
go.
there we go.
There you
All
go.
right.
That makes sense.
So yeah, just singing and dancing and just merriments, general merriment. I don't think anyone's going to be a 30. All right. So yeah, the Giants are very impressed by the group's prowess and all the help you've given them, and you definitely earned some more faction with them. They
I'm
would.
taking.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Chomsky, I'm taking 250 religious components from the inventory
You're
for that
subtracting it.
for that
I don't need
for
to
that
do
scroll I
nothing.
showed. Yep, I got
Cool.
it.
So they're going to offer you guys some gifts. First of all, they'll offer you up to, we'll say, 100 days of rations, however much you want to take for free.
That's heavy. That's a lot of weight. Rations are heavy.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying you have to
And
take
Urs-
it, but if anyone wants
and
to
Ursula
refill
can
their...
I can carry.
Ursula can get us food. Get us food.
I think I could carry one size
Except when we
larger.
When we were
Yeah.
high up in those mountains,
Yeah,
staking out those fire giants.
True.
That was difficult.
Yeah, I mean, you could take as much of it as you want. You don't have to take the 100
For the
days.
most, for the most part, when we're on the road, I've got you covered.
They would offer, or they would also offer Glenn an interesting bit of specialized pipe weed that apparently helps
Good
clear your mind.
Oh.
You have 5 charges of it, and if you smoke it, you gain +1 to wisdom saves for an hour.
Oh, alright.
All right.
love it.
Rare giant mountain weed
Rare giant mountain wheat.
grows in the icy hills, very resistant to the cold climate, and also very very tasty to smoke.
This one was
But does have to be treated a certain way and grown to specially to make that effect. So you're getting some good stuff.
alright. Thank you very much, Giants.
Yeah, and that's the 2 things they would offer you.
Cool.
Glenn especially for all the stories and the tricks.
Yeah, he's been like having a rock concert this entire time.
How much? How many?
Wait,
rations
rock
did you say they
throwing?
offered?
No,
We
rock
have up to
concert.
Oh, rock on! Yeah, it's up on stage. Wow, wow, wow. Giants.
How many
Ready to
rations did
rock.
you say they offered?
Up to 100 for free.
Up to 100. Okay.
Like a
So
bunch
that
of
would be-
like jerky, probably from whatever they hunt up here, goats or something.
So that's 200 pounds of rations. Do we want to take that? Do we want to take any of that?
Maybe like
Probably take some.
yeah.
Yeah.
50.
Oh, what do your food stores look like?
We've
Pretty
got.
low.
Yeah, we are kind of low. So yeah, let's take it.
Remember, if you're
If
going,
we
if you are going into like an underground city, there's probably not going to be much food to scavenge there.
That's true, and every day we eat, we lessen the load, and we can always drop it if we absolutely need to carry something else.
I can carry one size larger than myself, I think. So
Well, let's put it in the bags of holding for now, but like, yeah, if we need to distribute it later to make room in the bags, we can certainly do that. It's just so much easier to track, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, we'll take it then. Thank you. That
okay.
was totally worth 10,000 gold and sapphires, right?
Sure. I mean,
No, I mean, no, Eripel's super lawful, so he's totally fine with us having, like, honored our, like, little alliance here, so.
I'm indifferent to
And
the
been
gold.
honest. Yep. I know you are, but.
until you find like something you really want for 80,000 gold, you'd be like, we should have had the 10 sapphires. No. But anyway,
Alright.
so I guess we're at 8:36. Do we want to do anything else before we stop? I did come in a little late today, so this feels like a good stopping point.
Yeah.
It is the 86th of winter, getting close to spring actually, and the yeah.
Wow.
So
Did
86
you
of
add
winter at
those rations?
I did.
8
Are,
a.m.
are any of them in Arapel's bag? I just want to keep track of the weight.
I did not put them in Arapel's bag.
Okay, all right, just checking.
Yeah.
All right. Well, why don't we do MVP whispers, and we can call it. See who, if any of you get your inspirations back, or if someone who has not used their inspiration just gets bragging rights.
Oh, this is always so hard.
Yeah.
Mikey said he was on vacation, right?
Yeah. He's pretending to be a Roman soldier.
Nerd. At least we're pretending to be cool stuff. Actually, Roman soldiers are cool. Kind of. But can they throw fireballs? No. So Chomsky and Malin, split decision, D20 roll. You guys have 2 votes each. Oh, wow. These high rolls. Malin, you are MVP. See again.
One higher again.
Inspiration.
Thanks. One higher again. It's ridiculous.
Squeaking it out.
I was waiting for the nat one. I was like, all right, come on, give me the nat one. I'm ready for the nat one. I knew that was gonna happen.
I'm still working on figuring out the loot table for the wish list rolls. I now know that up to 72 is still not very rare. It's
Yeah,
still just
well.
rare.
You have to roll really high for the last few.
Yeah, I know. I'd seen a 70 before, but when I saw the 72, I was like, I wonder.
Yeah, I mean, but those level of items, like,
Oh yeah,
you're probably more likely to get them from a random thing. Because, yeah, I mean, if you get one of your legendary or very rares, like, that is really powerful.
Yeah,
So.
well, I saw someone roll a 100 in one group once, and you gave him a legendary. But yeah.
Well, I didn't
it
actually
was-
give him a legendary because he just wanted a very rare, and he didn't have his list made up. I gave him
Wasn't
a
it like
bow
a
plus
bow
3.
plus 3?
Yeah.
Is that very rare? Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's very
It
rare.
was like
Yeah.
It was someone who had literally like joined the group like 2 sessions before.
Yeah.
And he rolled a 100.
+1 is uncommon. +2 is rare. +3 is very rare.
And then he left the group like 5 sessions later.
Oh my god.
That's how it works. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Welcome
Although
to
he said he might be coming back for the summer,
Ooh,
so we'll see.
cool.
Although now, well, the group's filled up now, so he wouldn't be able to come into the group he left.
Monday might have a spot since Sim's stepping out.
True. I can check him for that.
I think he's with us for another month at least, but after that.
Yeah, for October, we can see about that. But yeah, I'm just taking some notes. Good games, everyone. Hope you had fun.
time. Thanks for the session.
And yeah.
Thanks, guys.
It's been a blast.
Yeah,
This was
see
pretty fun.
y'all
And
next
Glenn,
week.
you get the next. We got to go find another big battle and another loot. So you get your wish list item next.
Yeah, I'll have to make up my wish list then.
I think there's 2 people left. It's Glenn and Hohenheim at this point.
Oh, that's right. You did say Hohenheim. He just didn't roll today because he wasn't here. That's right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know how unlikely it is that I'll ever get like the very rare and legendary items on my wish list, but my thought is this: if I get a wish list roll and I roll that level, I don't want you to roll randomly. I want you to go give me the stuff that's on my list.
Well, yeah, everyone does. Because, like, oh, I'm a paladin. Oh, Holy Slayer. Oh, who knew? And, like, I have magic
Hey.
resistance now. Or spell
Actually,
resistance.
That is not on my wish list.
As a
Yeah.
paladin? That's kind of surprising.
I don't even know. I'm gonna have to go look it up now, but no, that's
Oh,
not what
jeez.
The mantle of sorceress resistance. I
Yeah.
probably should have. I mean, it's really nice. You know, freaking protection is good as +1 to saves and AC. So
Yeah, no, the Holy Avenger in older
Oh,
editions.
the Holy Avenger longsword is what I had on there, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. It
Okay,
used
yeah,
to be
sorry.
way more powerful. It used to be super broken. Now it's just mostly broken.
Now it's just
I hadn't looked
mostly
at it
broken.
in a long time, and I looked at it recently. I was like, man, I thought it was stronger than that.
Yeah, it was stronger in older editions, but they nerfed it a little because it was ridiculous.
Honestly, though, like everything on Arapel's wish list is attunement, so it's kind of one of those things where, like, if I get any of that stuff, even the rare and very rare stuff, I'm gonna be super happy, and I'm probably gonna take the other stuff off my wish list because I'm not gonna want to
Yeah.
give up the things I'm attuned to, you know.
What is well wait, what does it give you in 5th edition? It just gives you like spell resistance and some extra damage, right?
I honestly don't remember. I found it one day and added it to his list, but I'm gonna have to go revisit it because I'm not.
It's a pretty
Arapel is-
classic. It's like the Excalibur type weapon
then
for
for-
Paladin.
It's a +3.
Yeah.
When you hit a fiend or an undead with it, they take an extra 2d10 radiant damage. And while you hold the sword, it creates an aura, a 10-foot radius around you. You and all friendly creatures in the aura have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
That's, I think, why
Yeah.
I put it on my list.
And
So,
then if you have
Aura.
17 levels in Paladin, it increases to 30.
Yeah, I mean that is still pretty good,
That's
actually.
amazing, yeah.
I know it didn't used to affect your party, I don't think, but it pretty much made you immune to spells. Like, I think it gave you like a 90+% chance to resist spells. So like every spell only had like a 1 in 10 chance of doing anything to you,
That's
or
cool.
something like that. It wasn't a party-wide thing though; it was just for you.
Well, it's only in my aura, but yeah, I mean, I think that's why I put it on my wish list is because I thought that was a pretty powerful aura.
But yeah, it's ridiculous.
But
Still.
honestly, some of the stuff that I have on my wish list of lower rarity, like the Crusader's short sword and the Sunblade, honestly, like I'd be just as happy with those. Maybe not just as happy, but I'd be totally happy with those. And I really like my sensor. I like my Devotee sensor. I should have activated that aura in this battle, but
Yeah, no, I'm surprised. The sensor is very good. Although I think that is a rare, isn't it?
I'm
almost positive that's rare.
The thing is I don't think I've ever rolled above a 2 on that healing. It's really tiny little heals, but I never got that bonus action out. Like I was gonna do it, and then I decided to mass healing word, but it was blocked. And then the next round I did mass healing word. So like I never got that bonus action to activate the sensor.
How much extra attack did that give you? That potion, Malin, was that like +3 extra, or +2?
The potion.
The giant strength potion, because
So I have gauntlets right now, so that's a 4. So I think it went to 7, so +3.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I noticed your strength was 25, and I was like, oh, that was the potion. It's like, pretty sure you don't have a 25 strength naturally.
No. That's definitely on the wish list, the giant, but no, I don't.
Yeah.
Definitely not. Oh, let me do the AC calculations. Okay, base is 18.
Holy crap, Flail of Tiamat. Now this is a legendary weapon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty cool.
I'm just looking through like legendary items. I haven't really. Oh man, yeah, this. As far as damage-wise, this puts the Holy Avenger to shame.
Have you seen? There was a book that came out pretty recently. It's not like it wasn't a full book, but it came out like it was a promotional thing that Wizards put out for to promote the movie, the D&D movie, a few months ago. The book was actually called Legendary Magic Items. Like that's the name of the book. And there's this here, I'll put it in Discord. This is like insane. This is like ultimate chaos. I don't expect Blue to ever give this to anyone, but
I don't know, maybe someday I'll lose my mind and just give you all, like, everything. But then I'm just gonna give all the monsters everything, too. We'll make it even. Everyone will just one-shot each other.
Campaign, all of a sudden.
Yeah. Everyone will just be like one hit, and you either kill the guy or they kill you. It's like what's it called? Um, oh my god, what's the name of that game? Dark Souls. It'd be like a Dark Souls game.
Yeah.
First goblin just stabs Glenn and just kills him in one hit. What the hell?
Staff is basically a portal gun from Portal.
Right.
When I was younger, I got mad at some of my players because they said goblins aren't a threat. So I gave a bunch of goblins what are they called? Wands of Fireball. And then laughed as my players ran away from 10 goblins. Holy shit, run! I was back in my silly days. Like, oh, goblins can't be a threat, huh? Just like a bunch of fireballs come sailing over the hill
to
at them.
be fair, any creature's a threat if you outfit them with good magic items.
Exactly. Never doubt the 10 goblins with strange wands. Suddenly rain fireballs down.
I had a GM that I was playing a homebrew game with years ago, and he took advantage out of the game. Like, he didn't like advantage disadvantage, and the reason why is because he had a couple scenarios where he was DMing and his party got wiped by wolves and kobolds because of pack tactic,
Yeah.
and they just kept critting, and they
We
were,
had that
it
with
was
the
low,
hobgoblins.
yeah, and it was low level combat, and I'm just like,
Well, I mean, how many guys did he have them up against?
well, that's the thing. I'm like, just because you can't balance encounter doesn't mean like it was just
Yeah.
a weird game to not have advantage, because then he had to like change everything that gave advantage, and he's like, oh, I'll give it
What
if
about
you get
rogues?
advantage,
'Cause,
if you
yeah,
get
like-
advantage from something, you get a +3 instead, and I'm like, okay, well, the math works out to +5, but whatever.
Like, if you have a
Well,
party,
what happens to rogues sneak attack then?
well, you can just have an ally next to the guy, but it's still,
Well, exactly,
You
and then
hide?
well, my argument, and I argued with him a lot because this was like, because my opinion is that like I'm all for like, homebrew ruling at tables and stuff, and like going through interesting rules that like to make the game interesting, but like in my opinion, advantage disadvantage is baked so deep into the core of 5e that like it's not 5e without it, really. And so
I think it's a fun mechanic. It's my only
I like it.
my only issue with it is I think they went a little too hard on advantage disadvantage. Like, it almost feels like they were like allergic to giving things +1s and +2s, which I think is like a perfectly viable, like, just +1. Like, I don't think you should just be like advantage to everything if, like, I have like a 5-foot high ground advantage. Because that's what it feels like at times. Like, oh well, if they have a better shot advantage, sure, why not? And it's like,
Well, yeah, and that's why even though I like the flanking rules, I understand DMs that don't.
oh, I used to do flanking gave advantage, and it was just like, well, everyone's got advantage now because it's like basically everyone's just like a tic-tac-toe board now. It's just advantage, like enemies, friends, like yep.
And my whole argument for
It's like oops,
taking
all
advantage
advantage.
away to like keep advantages is that it made barbarians useless, because the whole point of barbarians is swingy crits. I
Mhm.
mean, because
yeah,
their whole class is built around it. Like, what was their relentless attack or reckless attack? The whole point is to getting advantage is. I mean, it definitely helps for accuracy, but the whole point is so that you have a higher chance to crits, and so they can do more damage since they have specific skills that do more damage on crits. And I'm like, you just adding +5 to attack and not adding, and not having that increase the crit chance. I mean, it's essentially just a nerf to barbarians when they don't need a nerf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Because recklessing makes advantage against you, so I'd say it's pretty balanced.
Yeah, it's a risky, yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the.
Reckless against rogues.
Was anyone else watching
I like that.
the talks about like what classes are the worst in the Discord, where people were talking about like what classes need a buff?
I read a little bit of it. I saw.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of
monks
interesting.
and-
I like that some people were talking about like what class is best at level 20, and I'm like, I don't think we have to balance around level 20. Level 20 is
Yeah, no,
ridiculous.
Yeah, Yeah.
Might as well. I mean, like, you might as well multi-class. There's like so much other stuff. Like level 20, it's not an issue. It's like at those early stages.
Yeah, like at that point, you're basically a god at level 20. I don't know. I don't think D&D has ever been very good at creating good level 20 gameplay. Like at that point, you're basically Superman almost. It's almost like a power. I mean, I guess there are enemies that can challenge you at level 20, but not many.
The
Like you
problem
just
is when you get to the higher levels, like there are enemies that can one shot you, and there's some really dangerous spells out there, you know. And that's, I think, for me, I'd rather be less powerful and be facing enemies that are tough, but that you know will whittle away at us versus like just bam, you're dead. You know.
yeah. I mean, it
Especially
depends on
when
the
you're when
thing.
you get it when you get attached to your characters and stuff. Like I just don't want combats that are that high risk, you know? Like where
Yeah.
you got nothing. You there's no way you can get around it. You're just gonna die now, you know?
I don't know. I've done a lot of level 21 shots. Like I'm on the one shot server,
Well,
and usually it's. I feel like part of it is like at level 20, like part of it I think is competency in multi-classing and trying to min-max at that point to get optimized. Because I mean I haven't, unless like you've like really poorly constructed your character. Like there's not many attacks that would like absolutely like obliterate you.
not in
Well,
5th edition.
it almost happened to
There's
you
a
today.
lot of.
You got a lucky roll, but
Well, actually, no. I would have survived the disintegrate, and I mean, and that was like, I mean, I think that's fair because I took a lot of damage to begin with. Like, I have 134. Like, my build was I don't have too much HP. I'm more so trying to rely on the high AC and well, then obviously the weak point is saving throw. So like that's I think a worthwhile risk. Like if I got fried, I'd be like that's fair. I wouldn't be like mad at all. Like that's fair. This is how I built my character. If you got me this way, that's a mechanic. I got played. That's fair.
Yeah, well, that's kind of how it works. You can min max and go like really hard in one thing, but have weaknesses. You can try to spread it out so you're fairly average in all areas. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways you can build your defenses and offenses.
I mean, I have tried to kind of min max to some extent
I
with a
mean,
couple of my characters, but
I
honestly,
I know the counter to Malin. I know how to counter him, but I'm not just going to make all the enemies counter him just because I know how to counter him.
Like,
Yeah, no, I
you
mean,
can, you build a strong character that has some good strengths and a few weaknesses, or you can just build a paladin hexblade and be invincible.
The
Yeah.
suggestions were.
Well, and I feel like I also I mean, there are some characters I build just because I want to try something, even if it's not like everyone was saying how weak the monk is.
I think the
And I
aberrant sorcerer annoys me more than anything.
and I mean, one of my most
It's like
recent
alchemy.
characters, one of my most recent characters is a mercy monk, like in the Wednesday group, and like she for being a melee character, she takes a few hits and goes down. But I mean, overall, like I don't feel like she's all that weak. But everyone was saying how weak that monks are, in your chat string. Like I feel like she hits.
Well,
hard.
they said the elemental monks were weak. I don't think monks are weak at all. Like that stun is annoying as hell. Like yeah, you can't hit as hard, but like stunned. The boss just sits there as everyone just crits him over and over. It's
Well,
like
said
great.
that's how we fucking my party killed Sith roll after like.
Oh yeah.
you just you know what.
And nothing, and I think they do
And
that on purpose because like nothing is immune to stun. Like I think one creature I've seen is immune. Like there's a lot of paralysis and charm immunes, but stun is like, I think they did that to make monks more powerful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so when people say monks are weak, they usually, I have a feeling, and I obviously I don't know, but I have a feeling people when they say that, they're kind of speaking like when they talk about like MMO balance, like if they're talking about World of Warcraft or something,
Like
where
maybe just DPS wise.
well, in that type of game, like when it comes down to it, a lot of it's math and it gets figured out, and a lot of that can be applied to 5e in a certain way, where like there's definitely a meta, and it's like, okay, if you want the most optimized group, it's not going. It's just not going to include. Like if your whole goal is to be like, okay, we've got 6
Yeah,
characters.
usually I have a wizard for control.
Yeah, like we've got 6 characters. We want the most meta, like most powerful group. It's just not going to include a monk because there's just nothing a monk can do that nobody else can do.
I disagree. I'd like even further that about monks. I think monks are extreme. Like you could probably get the highest damage with the monk. I was like, I mean,
Like
obviously,
pure monk or multi-class?
no, you'd have to multi-class it out, not pure monk. Again, most of my stuff is with multi-class, but like the base, like most levels would be in monk because you need the.
I think the argument
Oh,
is
my
pure
shit.
class, because yeah, like multi-class, you can come up with a bunch of crazy shit, like with almost
I
any
really
class.
enjoy multi-classing too, but I will say that when you get into the higher levels, like multi-classing feels a little more punishing because like you don't end up getting some really powerful levels and spells and stuff, abilities and spells. But at the low and mid levels, I love multi-classing. Like I feel like it's a really fun way to kind of like create something unique that kind of combines different things you're interested in.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've really
Yeah.
enjoyed some multi-class characters. Yeah.
I had
Oh.
a
Yeah,
great
this
time
is-
with Frey, though.
Yeah, she
Nothing
was a
in
good
D
one.
and D is
She
well
was,
balanced.
She was monk and what?
And she was the
A dragon
monk
monk, right?
of the
Like monk, I will say, like is a great counter to a wizard. If you can get up to a wizard, just stun him and just start giving him noogies. Like, as your party like murders his whole
Well-
group, and he's like,
well,
"I'm gonna like poly. I'm gonna control the up. I'm stunned up now." The monk is just making me punch myself in the face.
Well, there was that one combat where Nasira like put that wizard down in the pit, and she kept trying to crawl out, and I just
Yeah.
kept putting her down there. And
And there was other combat where the monk like was doing that to you,
that's true.
where you got stun locked. It was like
Yeah,
monk
I
on
got
monk,
stun
and she
locked
got the
for,
first
like, an
stun, and it was
entire
over.
combat.
It was over. You're just sitting there like for like 4 rounds, like, oh god,
Oh, it
she
was
keeps
longer
stunning
than
me.
that.
It's like pop, 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 pop. Oh god, help! Yeah, monks are
But
silly.
no, I've been enjoying her. So far I've enjoyed monk.
Yeah, I feel like the
Yeah.
ranger is more
that
nerfed
was
than the
Beast,
monk.
That's what she was. And
At least
she-
the
I think,
beastmaster.
Oh, and
Okay,
guys, Lou gave me the coolest homebrew magic items on my monk. She's a Yanti, and we were in this temple where there was like these Yanti guardians, and they had these armbands that they would take off and throw on the ground, and they would turn into not giant constrictor snakes, giant poisonous snakes. And I used my racial ability to like befriend the snakes so they didn't attack us. So then after the combat, I was able to pick up the bands and like use them, and now I have snakes to throw around in combat.
I think you spent some story points on that, didn't you?
I did. I spent 2 story points on it. And no, I spent story points on the Iron Cobra. You gave me the armbands.
Oh, fair enough.
But I did use a racial ability.